Live from the Living Room podcast. We got a collaboration going on. I got eBay and Z.
Peace.
Hey.
Better yet known as Straight No Chaser in the building.
Okay.
And I guess we're going to talk about bartender etiquette and culture.
That's
Okay.
good.
Yeah. we
I
can
mean,
talk
that's going
about
to be the basis of everything. But I mean, specifically because I think you guys have a different angle of things of topics that we're going to cover. Because, I mean, you guys from being behind the bar versus like people just coming in to party. Mm-hmm. And me having dated a bartender, the story she would tell me, crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
I can believe it.
So, to kick things off, what's y'all favorite Waffle House story? I always make people tell their favorite Waffle House story. Craziest thing you saw at a Waffle House.
Oh my God.
And he made my drink, so if 30 minutes in I sound different, it's her fault. It's her fault.
Both of them. I made both of them. You see, I'm drinking something totally different.
Casamigos and pineapple juice. Yep.
Let me see. Crazy Waffle House story. I don't really have. It's been so long since I've been to Waffle House for real.
You know what? I mean, I love Waffle House, but I have the craziest story I have is the IHOP story.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought that up. Go ahead.
And when I was working there, it got robbed at like 2 a.m.
Like, bro came in there like, oh, you know what this is? Like
Literally.
Oh, for real?
On the floor. I get on the floor, and it's like, you know how they have that wall behind the register?
Yeah.
Okay, he shoots through the wall. Though, and I'm down there beside the wall. These bullet holes come like this close from my head.
Oh my God.
Were they warning shots or what was the...
They were more warning shots, like, y'all need to move it. This is not a game, you know. He
Oh,
wanted
it's
us
real.
to take him seriously. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's about my craziest.
Oh my gosh.
So, to dovetail off that, did you guys hear about them introducing alcohol to IHOP?
Did they?
They're going
like
to.
like
They're going
alcohol,
to.
not like mimosa type. You mean like
I
liquor,
think
or you
like
mean
liquor? I think you.
No,
can
I did not hear that.
Yeah, I just heard a story about that. They're going to start introducing liquor. I don't know if it's just going to be mimosas or something like that, but what do y'all think about that?
Hell no. Because I have been to IHOP
What,
where
Hennessy
things
don't mix with pancakes?
I mean, it does at the house. Not in public, though. I'm just saying because, I mean, I have been at IHOP, late hours or whatever, and I've seen the ratchetry that comes through.
And you see, it's like a slow build, right?
Yeah, it escalates, and then, you just kind of like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Let me get a carafe of mimosa. Let me get... Oh, no.
I think they should definitely have a cutoff that's different from clubs. So, like, what's the last call at, like, most clubs? Like 10 or 11?
You said clubs?
Or, like, say...
Or like a bar?
Bar or, like, say, comedy show.
I don't know. Maybe, like... I don't know. I'm so lame. I don't go out no more. Maybe, like, 11:30 or 12 really. Or so. It's been a while since I've been to a comedy show, but I would think so. I know, like, some sports bars, depending on the hours, it may be like 11:30 or so.
Okay. Even with that, that's just a recipe. Because I'm just thinking, Memorial Drive, IHOP.
Oh Lord. Anything on Memorial
Right.
Drive.
Anything.
Right.
Yeah. You talk about anything in that area. Like, now, that's true. The East Side gonna have you some stuff going on.
Yeah.
We gonna have you some stuff.
It has to be select stores if we can roll it out like that, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, but then you'll get into the whole thing of like discrimination. Why, down in the
know what, though?
or the people that complain like, hey, they don't normally come to Johns Creek, but they coming to Johns Creek now to have these.
You quick with it because that's a problem on East Side though. Because if you allow it in all stores, we just said like right. Memorial Drive. That's just have the news station camped over there because if it bleeds, it leads. It's gonna be over there,
right?
That's true.
And then the other side of it, where you say, okay, if you restrict the stores, it's gonna be like, oh, why can't we go here? And then we're gonna go over there, right. And then next thing
it's
you know,
it's a whole snowball of things that can happen.
That just sounds bad.
We're like queen of scenarios. At least I am, so I can rattle off so
That's
many.
That Virgo in you.
It is
that analytical stuff. Yeah,
can't help it. You gotta love us.
Oh, both y'all Virgos.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 days apart.
That's why y'all work. Do y'all find that funny? Do y'all get along with other Virgos besides yourself? Because I have a hard time getting along with other Pisces.
I actually think...
Well, namely Pisces women.
I don't have a problem with any other Virgos.
Me neither.
It's some of them Aries sometimes.
It's them
hearing that a lot
Tauruses
lately.
too.
Oh yeah, them Aries,
Them
Tauruses,
damn
and some of them
Tauruses.
Pisces.
Some of them.
Some of them
Male or
Pisces.
female?
Maybe a couple of
It'll be
Cancers.
some of the female Pisces.
All right, so
It's always females. It's not really males.
what's the problem that you find with the female Pisces?
Well, I love my friend. I love her to death. So she gonna take
Let's get
this
to
real
the let's get to the
personal.
butt.
It's just a little
But-
bit. It's always a little bit just too much over the like. You know, maybe you have a few drinks. You know how I'm a little bit more laid back when I drink, just depending like about who's around me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't have to be seen or be the spotlight of attention, and then I don't have to demand that.
She got a little bit of a pick me behavior.
Ooh,
Yeah.
always.
Oh, okay.
You gonna know she in the building.
But it's only it's only when she drinks though.
no.
It's probably
Oh,
just
that's her
Zorro.
natural.
It's just worse when she drinks.
Oh, okay. Just get elevated. Okay,
Just
elevated.
get elevated to from a 5.5 to a 10.
Oh no.
That's a big jump.
I love you, friend.
I love you too. I don't know you, but I love you.
I ain't even gonna say her name. Hope she won't see it.
Oh, me? She talk about me.
Yeah, girl.
I thought you loved me.
I'm just being. We talking real over here.
Right,
Okay?
right. And your drink is still fresh.
And it is. So,
So, that's what I want to get to. What's worse, the sleep anywhere drunk or the angry drunk?
Angry
drunk because I'm not
Angry.
going to sleep. No, I ain't comfortable.
That too, and not look. I'm not cut out to deal with no legal type shit, right?
Yeah.
Because if you angry, you liable to fight.
Yeah.
And I help you fight a little bit, but at the same time,
No, I'm talking
we
about from
need
a
to-
bartender standpoint.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like, are we looking at somebody else?
As
And they
customers,
being,
yeah.
I hate it.
Oh.
I still hate angry.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
now you're just being loud and belligerent, and you're just
Yeah.
doing too much sleep. I mean,
Yeah.
we can order drinks around
Larry.
you. We can order drinks around you. Come
Sure,
over
sir.
here. Yeah, don't worry about him. He's okay. Come over here.
He part of the
Yeah,
furniture
he might
now.
need to sleep it off when he get behind that wheel, or I'm gonna call him Uber or Lyft.
Exactly. But somebody being angry and stuff,
Yeah.
because then they'll mess around and misdirect their anger to me, and it's not gonna be nice.
And
Yeah, it's
okay,
not-
you disrupting
And
your
you can't
other
and you can't
patient.
be sober. I hate being sober talking to somebody that's drunk. And
my
like
God.
beyond like understanding, not
Right.
even just drunk, but like a different type of high because their mind frequencies on something else.
Yeah.
It's so hard to talk to that person because you're beyond reason.
Exactly. I've been that person
Yeah.
several
Yeah.
times.
And if you know you're not gonna get nowhere, most of the time I can't even entertain it.
Yeah.
And that's even with
It's
myself.
annoying.
Somebody might say that shit about me.
Yeah.
When a few times that I've been drunk and
Right.
like you couldn't really reason with me depending on what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest, I'm not always on the other end.
Yeah,
of it.
not at all. A couple weekends ago, I was hitting it. The Casamigos.
It's the
Okay.
cus-
In the house
is the
of friends. I was with
Casamigos
the house
really
of
that
friends.
bad? Oh, okay.
Hold on, what we drinking
Is it
now?
really that? Huh?
This not who are we drinking again?
Yeah, Casamigos.
We all drinking Casamigos.
I thought I had Terramana, but I had Casamigos. from
Okay,
scratch.
this Amigos.
Yeah, the Migos.
Okay,
A little bit of straightening.
whole lot of straight.
All right, so go-to drinks and different scenarios now. Fake ID days, college days. What was the go-to drink?
My shit was Amaretta sour.
Oh, you did like
Always getting already sour. No, I wasn't old enough. Let alone, I mean, I didn't even think I had an ID to get in. I had two cousins that worked that was bouncers at the door at 1851
Oh, you were
on Shell
good.
Road in
That's
VA.
why you were good to act the fool too.
And I was, and they made sure. They made sure. So I had drinks, got in for free, ain't show no ID, and I was about probably 15 years old.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Whole
Riding in the
problem.
club.
Whole problem. And you?
See, I had a fake ID because I went to, was it Kendall Road? No, it was Glenwood Flea Market. And they had somebody in there making fake IDs, right? So I had a nice ID from Charlotte, North Carolina. And we would go to Glenwood Lanes because Glenwood Lanes had like a little lounge in there in the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Get pictures of blue motherfuckers and pictures of Long Island.
Long Island.
So a blue motherfucker is basically the same base as a Long Island, but instead of Coke, it's blue curacao in it.
Okay.
To give it, so you have your vodka, tequila, rum, all in the drink, and then
Oh,
yeah,
that's why Long Island mess your whole day up because you just,
blue motherfuckers, green, all of them. Yeah, so that was my go-to drink, or a Mai Tai.
yeah.
I love the Mai Tai, and I think I like the Amaretto sour too, or Midori sour.
Okay. College days. What's the go-to drink?
Mai Tai.
Yeah.
Sex on the Beach.
And that was freshman year, sophomore?
That was freshman year because I was at Mercer University down in Macon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making it in my drink. I mean, in my dorm. You know, I would have drinks. I still had my fake ID because when I got down there, I was 17.
Yeah, yeah.
And I went up to the local liquor store.
Yeah.
Had a box of liquor.
You was the plug.
I was the plug. Early.
What about you, Z?
Early.
Shit. What didn't I drink back then?
Ooh.
Because really,
But like your favorite drink, though.
I was really drinking whatever I can afford. Let's talk about it.
Ooh, MD 2020.
That's why I'm picking these scenarios.
I definitely did some Mad Dog 2020.
MD.
Definitely
right.
have done some Cisco before.
You punch like a dude, don't
St.
you?
Ives?
No, I ain't do no St. Ives.
I did have
and
a
I ain't
St.
do no
Ives.
Coke 45 and nothing like that. But it was
St.
probably
Ives
some
make me want to
cheap.
yell West Side.
It would always be like some Pepe Lopez.
Oh,
that's
man.
that's the wrongest tequila to ever get.
I don't know about
That's why I
that.
don't drink. I just my
That's what
forehead
I'm
just
saying. You got
starts
no
sweating.
business drinking no Pepe. That's why. Also, it was a lot of, I would say, Absolute. I would do Absolute a lot because we would just get bottles of Absolute, and you know, it wouldn't be. We'll put our little coins together.
True. I remember having SoCo too. And like, I had one crazy night off of SoCo. I haven't had SoCo since. If I were to smell it now, I would probably get sick.
That was what I was about to say. That's
I would
so that's
probably
the drink.
get
That's
sick.
a drink for you.
Southern Comfort. I would probably get
wouldn't.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm very particular
can't.
with what I drink. I'm very bougie with what I drink. So now it's like only certain tequilas, only
Right.
damn near only like certain vodkas. Like I don't just drink anything now, and I stay away from brown because I don't know how to act on brown. You can almost bet on
You the Pisces on brown or you the fight on brown?
a mixture of both.
Damn.
At 1 minute I'll be good.
Oh,
next
that's the
minute,
worst type of person to be partying
Exactly,
with.
because you never know
Like,
what you
oh,
gonna
we
get.
finna
You never
get,
know
you finna
what
get
you
to
gonna
it, and then next thing you know, you on probation.
And then you wake up like sober, like God damn, why am I here?
Right.
Yep,
What's y'all day party drinks?
Day party?
Yeah.
Ooh.
definitely Don Julio tequila or either Casamigos.
I can
You on
do
a day party?
Yes, I'm gonna do margaritas the whole time, or either if they have bottoms and mimosas, I start with that, then I'm switching over.
Okay,
to
that's
it,
what you
so.
do. That's what you do.
That's what I
You
do.
find somebody who got a section, or you find somebody who got a section, or you and your girls have a section, and you go ahead. I'll do me a Jack and Coke or something, or I have a Bellini, or I just take straight tequila on the rocks with a lime.
I am
Yep,
being educated.
extra lime juice.
I like the
Neither.
conviction in which y'all say these things.
I mean,
It just
'cause
make me-
we
I
real
feel like
with it.
I feel like a drink peasant, and it's like that sounds like shit.
Yeah, you should,
know?
because we probably a little baby alcoholics. Okay.
All right. Next scenario. Favorite cousin is in town. 3-day weekend. What y'all drinking?
Ooh.
Definitely 1800 or Casamigos, hands down. Mixed with, we might get a few bottles of champagne wherever we are. Like we pull up at somewhere and they be like, okay, you need to buy a section. You're probably gonna buy a bottle of champagne plus, you know, one of the tequilas.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be Hennessy, or it's gonna be some kind of tequila.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what?
I'm
'Cause
trying to
everybody-
think. I
a lot
had
of
so
people
many
drink
damn
brown.
cousins.
You're right.
I mean,
it has to be a
they
It depend
span
on
they
the
span
cousin.
the whole damn
Yeah.
spectrum
It
of
depend on the
liquor.
cousin.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, because it's gonna be. Oh, you're right. It's gonna be a balance of white and dark because everybody don't drink both. So most definitely, it'll probably be a mixture of both because we have to make sure everybody's happy with what they
yeah.
want to drink.
Champagne is like last resort, to be honest.
I don't know. I remember I was I got a strange family. So I have like nieces and nephews that's like some older than me, some same age as me, and then some younger than me, right? Of course. But the gap is very, very small for some of them. I remember I went to my nephew's 21st and I'm in uncle mode. I went in party mode. But once I saw the element, you know how you read the room and you like, oh, this gonna be one of them nights if somebody gotta be on point.
Right.
Somebody got to be on point.
But like I said, I rarely drink, right? We were drinking rosé. It snuck up on me.
Oh Lord.
Wow.
I didn't know. And then like I said,
Champagne will sneak up on you.
I didn't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. So, and I'm a drinker. Like I drink a lot because I guess I sweat a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm always like just drinking. And one thing that makes me stop drinking, like, well, I don't really drink like that because I don't like the taste of liquor. But if you make it
Smooth, yeah.
Right.
So where
you
you
make
can
it
barely
smooth.
taste it or whatever.
Yeah, like you got this right here.
Oh.
You see, it's almost gone.
It's almost gone.
I'm over here trying to take mine because I don't want mine.
Because
to be
I'm a big sipper. So like, next thing I know, like, oh, it's gone. I'm like, wait,
most of the time,
everything
big
starts
sippers
moving.
be big. Most of the time,
Sippers.
big sippers be big tippers.
They do all the time.
I like it.
Yeah, I like you, girl. You just make
Yeah,
just,
you
give
like,
me
well,
number.
appreciate it.
Give
Let me
me
just go
number.
ahead and hit you with another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when you put that straw in there, put the liquor in the straw, but the drink, it'd be very it's nothing but juice. But put
Very
the liquor
light
in the
skin.
right, put the liquor in the straw. Cause as soon as you take it, oh, that's strong. Like, baby, you don't know you drinking juice, do
Very
you?
light skin. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Wow. I just feel like I just got a tip.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we used to do. I don't know how they get down and do it now. Though.
That's dope though. All right, my favorite scenario. Wish y'all drink for the sneaky link.
I might have went down the wrong line. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, my sneaky link like Tito's, so I always have the biggest bottle on deck.
I'm sorry, I don't know what a sneaky link is.
I'm sure you don't. Let's try not to be. Let's stop playing around here, and let's answer the question at hand. Okay.
I mean, do say.
Oh, do you say?
Do we say?
What you say?
Okay.
How-
Do say.
Now, is it changed for these particular people, or is that just like what you do to?
Oh no, it'll change. Like might be Hennessy for one link.
I was about to say Hennessy
only have
Ricky.
one.
You got a
Hennessy.
Hennessy Ricky.
You know Hennessy gotta be in the mix.
I only have one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Here we
I
go
do.
again.
I only have one.
Let's next question.
What about you? I mean, I know you don't
This
drink
really-
much, but
Well, anything that's pretty much like okay. So I had some. You guys have River Lake before?
say what?
The
Oh yeah,
River
yeah. The
I
pecan?
just started. Yes, it
Yeah,
tastes like
black
pecan.
on.
Oh, it is.
It is. We featured it on the podcast. Yeah, it's black on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I actually
I haven't
ran
tried
into
it
that.
yet though. I need to try
It's
it.
really good. When we did my artist first project, we basically just drank that during the whole process. And like I said, I'm not a big drinker. The only time I drink is when I have company. And it's so smooth, I can actually drink it by itself.
Right.
Just throw ice on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's so smooth. And then next thing you know, like, oh, this is happening.
That's how
Yeah.
a lot of cordials are, though. They make it to where, I mean, you get enough alcohol content in it, but it's nice where you can have it by yourself. Kind of
Okay.
like Grand Marnier, Grand Gala, and all
Yeah.
of those cordials. Di Serono,
I'm trying to
stuff like that.
find.
So
There was a tequila that I had the other day that was so freaking smooth. Like when I say, here it is, Tres Agaves, and it's the anejo one. So I'm like,
oh,
you know,
I like
usually
anejo.
that's a little stronger. When I say I ain't taste none of that tequila in there,
Sound
and
like
I
you need
had
to come with
three.
Plan B.
I had 3 margaritas.
Oh, word.
I was like, so I'm gonna be getting that from the liquor store because that was so smooth.
Yeah.
It remind you probably of what you're drinking now in the
Casamigos.
Aegis. Yeah, but it's probably a little cheaper than Casamigos
Okay. Sneaky. Why are we on sneaky links?
oh,
because we linking on the low.
What? Okay. How? What's the expiration date for a sneaky link? Because it's not something that you plan on extending in.
right. It's just
It's not
fun.
an extended stay, right?
Well,
Not at all.
sometimes it depends on sometimes that DB so good it might be an extended stay.
But he ain't here for a year or two. Well, what kind of?
He might be in town for the night.
Oh, you got
Or
one
he
of
might
those.
be in town for 7 days. Depending on how.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Or he might live in town.
He might. I mean, expiration date.
Do you got? Okay. Well, I guess. Well, let me rephrase. Do you go into it saying this is fun now, but I'm gonna cut it off at X?
Yeah, I mean, and I'm speaking. This is like in the past. I would always say that in my head, but once sex is involved, like you start doing crazy shit, and I feel
we
like
go together. You one of those?
no, we go together, but I expect certain shit.
What changes?
I respect that regardless. You're right.
Huh?
What changes?
What you mean?
What
In
do
terms
you
of
what do you change from we crossed this line now to what you
I
expect?
think just just doing relationship type stuff. Because I'm thinking like a sneaky link, we hit and quit and that's it. You know, but then, you know, we start going out to eat more often and start, you know, going to the museum and doing shit, but, you know, stuff like that.
I ain't gonna say it can't evolve. It could evolve depending on the right person.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you at IHOP getting liquor with your pancakes.
Okay.
The next thing you know, I'm seeing you more often. I'm like, oh Lord.
Right, then you get tired of it.
I don't like checking in though. That's my.
You
thing.
don't like checking in, or
No, I'm not a check-in type person. Like I have to learn that when people do that, you have to reciprocate that. My reciprocation on that is fucking horrible.
Do you not like relationships, or?
It's not that I don't.
Or do you have like switches that you flip, like this, not that, so I'm not gonna give you that?
I try not to. That's the thing, because once I'm there, it's hard to take back what you already started with somebody, and they get comfortable, and it's like I don't even know how we got here. Like we in a whole full-off relationship. Like how the fuck did this happen?
What? Okay, I'm like, where are we going right now? What makes everything progress into this is a relationship now? Versus we're talking, having fun, sneaky link that evolves. What says we go together? Check yes or no, or maybe like
scenarios in my head.
You and these scenarios.
It's scenarios because not all the time you don't always discuss it with the person. But me, I will come up with this. Oh, okay, I see he does this, you know, he may open my door, you know, just little small things like that. In my head, I'll build this whole thing as to where I feel like we're together, but it's never been a discussion.
See, I'm a gentleman, so, and I'm like a mixture of modernized behavior of like old school traditionalism. So I'm always opening the door.
Right.
Like for the girl that's the homie, the girl that's the link.
Yeah.
Same
you do
thing.
the same thing, right?
But the thing is, I've always been a relationship guy. So I only know how to treat women a certain way.
Right. That was just an example. I mean, that's the very bare minimum. But I mean, like in terms of just having scenarios, just seeing how the person is. Like I said, sex confuses a lot of things. Yeah. At least for me.
Especially for women. It does.
Because we're emotional.
I'm glad you guys admit that.
We're emotional. And I think it was just second nature for us to care and do things like that. So once emotions and sex, once you start those soul ties, I like to call them.
Yeah.
And you start exchanging energy.
It's a real thing.
That's when lines are blurred. And he's not really thinking about relationships, but somewhere in your head down the line, oh, I can probably see myself with this person because we're having sex and we're doing all this other stuff. So,
what? Based on how people are portraying themselves on social media, or just how you get, I don't know how you guys assume the masses. It seems like the women are behaving more like men have behaved in the past. Whereas women are exchanging that energy with men and keeping masculine energy about it, like, all right, deuces, what you doing for me? I'm only hitting you up for D or money. But you just alluded to you only do like certain things, and then it evolves into okay, and what type of time are we on? Whereas you might say you have a hard on off switch.
I try to have it, but I still have a heart. You know what I'm saying? And I, like you said, I know how to treat people with respect, and I still know the way I want to be treated, and I believe in karma. So it's just like it's all mixed together, and it gets very grayish and confusing. Yeah. So there's no one way with one person, but if you're the right person, I can just see things going away, and it's like, you know, I didn't even realize. I tried to keep it that way, but it just didn't work out. You know, this thing is progressing, and I'm actually starting to like you, and it's going further than I thought.
What's the "I like you" speech? We can't do this no more.
Yeah, I'll be
What's
quick.
the speech?
I'll be quick to be like, you know what? I think we moved too fast. You know, I think, you know, we probably need to take a little bit of time apart, or, you know, let me focus on this over here, because I don't want either one of us to be a distraction in what we're doing and what our purpose is. I'll go there in a minute, because if I see that, like, I'm supposed to be up at 8 and I ain't up till 11 or 12 laying in the bed with you, I done lost 4 or 5 hours of the things I was supposed to be doing. And it's like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I can't let it be a daily thing. I'm losing money. I'm losing time.
Yeah. So for me, if I have to dovetail off that, it's kind of like when the situation works out, you do the right thing. But when
Yeah.
it doesn't work out, you a simp, I was tricking, or I was giving energy to a person that didn't deserve it.
Yep.
But you never necessarily know, because everything is basically, you don't know what it is until you go walk that walk with a person.
Yeah, until
Because
shit
people
hit the
change their
fan.
mind.
Until shit hit the fan, and then people start switching up. Then it's like, damn, I knew I should have I knew I shouldn't have took it this far. But it's too late at that point.
Yeah, the toothpaste is out the tube at that point.
It's all gone. It's all gone.
Right.
Yeah. All right, getting back to the bartender stuff. What are the unwritten rules, if any? Like, you know how like baseball has like, oh, you don't go forward at such and such time if this score, and like basketball, you don't do this, and like everything has a subculture within it. What are some of the unwritten rules for bartenders?
For bartenders? What are some
I
unwritten
don't think
rules?
I got mad one. That's bad.
I don't. Do we have any unwritten rules? I'm sure there's
I ain't
some.
gonna lie,
But
I'm gonna drink on the job. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna drink on the job. Your liquor count might be a little low because I'm looking out for other people.
No, I mean like amongst other bartenders. Like, is there a rule there?
I don't think so.
Just
You
don't
know
touch my. We ain't got no business splitting tips. Don't touch my tips.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
And stay out my well. Stay out my well. You got your own well. You got your own area and your bar.
terms of
if you
liquor, right.
Yeah, but stay out my space.
Is
Yeah,
that
but-
universal? Is that something?
yeah, that's
more for
like
you?
I think that's a universal thing. I mean, because you do have a service and you have a well, like your liquor over here,
said
mine over.
well?
Well, as in terms like the service would take care of
The drinks
the
that
drinks
the
for the
customers are
customers,
putting
right?
in.
Okay.
And then the well would be for your bar top,
Yeah.
people in the bar.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I ain't got no business unless we decide we switching places and this, and you know, okay, you want me to service the bar half the shift or whatever. But my thing is, let me just stay where I'm at and you stay where you are, and we ain't got no confusion there.
Right. I don't think there's any unwritten rules amongst bartenders. Now, I see things as me being a patron at a bar, there are certain things I feel people should do.
Yeah.
Such as?
I mean, like women, like sit at the bar. Someone will buy you a drink. They will always buy you a drink. You know, stuff like that. Or, let me see. I can't think of one. You always get, or you getting free drinks.
Oh, you get free drinks.
I mean, yeah, you always get free drinks. Men can get free drinks too. Depends.
And they good. I mean, I've sent a few men like, okay, send him this over there. He all right with me. Or if he sent one to me, I'll send one back. It's not always just about me consuming what somebody else sends me. So sometimes I try to, if they cool, I'll send one back in return.
Yeah, but I mean, you just govern yourself accordingly. Have fun.
Okay.
I have no problem going to a place by myself and I sit at the bar.
Me too.
Tables are cute, but I like to sit at the bar.
Me too. And make sure you're tipping, y'all, regardless of the fact. Tip.
God damn.
Don't sit up there and get the hookup, and then it's like, oh, I thought we had an understanding.
The black
Yeah.
people tip $5.
And then you sit
The
up here,
universal tip of $5.
and you know darn well I done poured you $50.
Top shelf. I done poured you
$50
top
worth of
shelf, and you know I charge
Five
you
drinks.
for bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gonna leave me $5.
You done drunk $50 to $60 worth of
That's
liquor.
okay.
So at least give me half of that.
Terrence, I remember you because you're gonna be back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do turns different when you come back.
Damn, man. I ain't gotta do them like that. Man.
I mean, turns shouldn't do us like that. Get turned.
I was not expecting that.
I'm quick on my feet.
Turns shouldn't have did us.
Shoot, not mine.
Well, I had to drink a little
Ain't it,
bit
man?
more fruity now, man.
Look at my phone.
Okay.
Ain't it, man?
I can't. But literally, I mean, that's really good. But
Am I about
I've been
to
thinking, but
lose
I
this
can't
line?
think of any unwritten rules between bartenders. You do have certain people that like to come to you. Don't touch my guests.
Yeah.
There's certain
like your
people-
regulars.
My regulars, right?
I
Don't
don't
go
like
over
that
there and
either,
don't
but
touch
people,
them.
People do that.
Is
all
it
the
as
time.
intense like going to a different barber? Like, well, y'all don't know really barbers, huh?
So what?
Like, there's like if you go into a barbershop, if you like, if Mike always cut me, I always go to Mike.
Right.
And then like if Mike don't, if
It
Mike
might
does
be
a
a
new
second-
barber,
But what if Mike ain't there? I got a situation though, because sometimes say, you know, somebody's my regular, but if I ain't there, you take them. So
Right.
then it kind of like What if I'm not there a couple of times? So it's like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
So now they look at us both,
both
as
as
being,
same.
But at the same time, like I know that's your man. I ain't gonna step on it. Or I'll be like, oh, you want me to get Bama real quick while you in the back? I'll go ahead and take care of him, ring him up under you or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know who your people and who not.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, one beef that I guess I'm still being educated on.
Mm-hmm.
We all know about Bloods and Crips and the intensity of that, right?
Yeah.
But one that seems to be coming up the charts quickly: bartenders versus strippers. Do y'all know anything of that y'all can speak to?
I know
Or
that.
is that more of a New York thing?
I know that a lot of bartenders used to be dancers, and a lot of them probably had to start dancing before they graduate to bartending.
Oh, shots fired.
I mean, I talked to a bartender at a strip club
Okay.
at Pinups, I think, and that's what I was told. Because you wonder, like, damn, the bartenders are cute. A lot of them are cute at strip clubs because a lot of them started as dancers and moved their way up.
So that's a promotion? Like, is more money
You
there?
ain't got to show your ass.
All right, so the girl. Okay, so the reason why I think there is a beef is because like the bartenders are dancing and they're taking attention away from the actual dancers getting the tips. So they're getting the benefit of the tip money. They're getting money thrown at them.
But strippers
If
have
I
to
could-
tip out bartenders.
If I could take
Whoa.
any attention off of you by being fully dressed, that's an issue anyway. You ain't doing your job.
I mean, but if you serving me my liquor and you spiking my straw and the rest of it fruit,
You ain't doing your job, baby.
and then you start twerking,
You
like
only do that for
I
people
mess
who
with
already
I
reached
mess
their
with
limit.
Z.
Yeah, but I still have a bar
That's what's
barrier in front of me. This hoe can give you a whole lap dance and be all in and have everything in your face. So she got the advantage. She can touch you.
Supposedly, I mean, but there seems to be a subculture because I haven't been to a strip club in a minute.
I was
I
at Pinups a month ago.
No, I think last time I was in the strip club. No, I think as a man, it's different. So I didn't know women that went to strip clubs until I moved down here. And I got the first time I got invited to a strip club, it was because of women. And that's the thing that kind of got me like, oh, y'all do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I was apprehensive at first. One of my exes took me for the first time. I had fallen asleep in the car. He's like, wake up.
We know which
Yeah,
one.
but he don't know which one. Damn. She
Why
tried it.
Why you gotta put me out there like that, man?
No,
There she go.
no, and I walk. Matter of fact, that song was playing. There she goes down the hole, come to me, give me a little stroke of love. I woke up. We had strokers. Okay, so,
The live didn't save because it was going dead.
oh no.
We good. I mean,
That's
that's more so for you. And well, it was cross promotion, but it's cool.
Okay.
We so
But
Go ahead. you wake up,
I wake
and
up
stroke.
and I'm at like strokers. Like Brockett Road
You know
strokers.
I love- that's one of my-
famous.
that's one of
It
my
was
No,
a
I
numbers.
mess with strokers.
Right.
I didn't like pinups when I got strip clubbed out my first year here, but I always found myself at strokers. Like
Right.
people just seem to be more
That's
cool there.
home, right?
Not only
Yeah.
that,
And
I
so-
can roll up on the table or count on my wings. Ain't nobody. I don't feel like nobody hating on me in there. Like it's
Right.
really laid back and chill.
I didn't know where to look when I first got in there. I was like, damn, it's some ass over here at the pool table. Damn, it's some I'm going like this.
Oh, I'm
and then I
gonna
got
look.
comfortable. But the thing is,
I'm
like,
gonna look.
Yeah.
it's the
That's
culture.
one thing I learned.
It's the culture of it, though, because
That's new to me, 'cause I
That's
come from
where a lot of the
Midwest.
music dropped. Now, I'm a music head.
Yeah, me
So,
too.
like, even if I wasn't there for the atmosphere, I mean, I get a few dances or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The new music dropping, you was like, oh, shoot, I like this. Go up to the DJ booth. What is this? And then I'm downloading songs and, burning them off of LimeWire.
And these days you can Shazam them.
Yeah,
Right.
So when you're getting a dance, are you doing as like you showing supporting black business, or like are you guys into girls?
All of the above for me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay.
like girls in the. I mean, no, not sexually.
Okay.
No, but I mean, I kissed a couple, but no,
I'm all the above. Supporting
I
black
like the
business.
lean and the adjustment of glasses. I don't know, side subject right here. I hate arguing with people with glasses because y'all have an accessory to the point. You can
They go
pull them
down?
down, eyebrows, push them up. And then if you do the one thing, you take them off and then point them at me. Like,
And then
we
it's
got a
like,
box.
then you
We
know
got a
it's
box.
like this, and you know it's serious.
Right. And then your eyes a little cheeky because you're blind.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're talking loud. Like I just... It's just a bad thing. I don't argue with people with glasses. I'm sorry. And so
Well,
the way you leaned up, we're like, oh, it's all for me.
okay.
Because it is. I'm just gonna be. That's what we do. We're gonna keep it real.
What's your type?
That's now that's a hard question because I really don't have a type per se.
You go off of energies, right?
Yeah, I
And
go
if
off
it's
for energy,
good-
but you still gotta look like attractive to me. Like as far as your face.
What is attractive to you?
First of all, you got to be well put together and clean looking. I'm very particular about cleanliness, so that's number one. I'm not too like picky on dress because some people you can
I'm
work
talking
with.
about strippers, girl.
Oh, we talking.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about your look.
Ass and titties.
And that's all. That's the requirement, ain't
Yeah,
it?
we
Ass and
we
titties.
is strokers
And I
right
like tattoos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm more
And
of a
you
clean.
have to
I'm
do
more of a clean
tricks.
skin
And now
guy.
you gotta do
saying
tricks.
You have to do tricks. Don't do the stuff I do at home in my
Please
mirror, okay?
do tricks and don't have no cheap.
Right.
I don't want no cheap lace front.
Oh,
I'ma
child.
think you ain't getting money.
You not.
Oh, you counting pockets? Why do you?
Not
why
with
you
that front
twerking?
I'm
No.
not counting pockets, but I'm
Not with
counting
that
that
screen
lace.
door showing.
I'm counting that baby hair and them lace fronts.
Ooh, you know this is great talking.
You
to
done
women.
sweated and your whole lace and come up.
And then
Child.
that mean you ain't even had it laid down right.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm good. Thanks, Mercedes. Go to the back.
Benz.
Okay.
Worst stripper name you've encountered?
Ooh.
Damn.
I'm trying to think about.
Okay, because then
so I have the question.
I'll
but
be
I'm
the
still
next
thinking.
expose somebody.
I'm telling you,
I'm thinking.
I don't have one to be
All right.
honest.
I think I hate flavors like vanilla, chocolate. I hate flavors: chocolate, vanilla, caramel. Don't give me them. Be a little bit more. You
What
know
is
what I'm
caramel with a case with exotic?
Okay, this ain't the melting pot. Okay,
You depend on what club you go to.
you're right.
I mean,
So-
what name? What's a bad name for you though? What's a name
Classic.
you don't like?
I remember a girl named Classic, like
And she wasn't classic,
like
was
Air
she?
Force Classic.
wasn't
No, she
classic.
was mad cool.
She was a Reebok classic.
And what she built for it tough.
Oh,
No,
my
she
God.
was
Okay.
actually cool. She had a good shape. She was hella cool.
Is that
like,
classic with a K?
C. It was a C.
Okay.
And what's funny is I thought she was saying classy because you know you club music and stuff,
Right.
and you know it drains everything out. And I'm thinking she's saying classy, and she's like, "Nah, that's classy." And then I'm classic, like the Reebok. And she said that I was like,
Told you like the
I bit my
Reebok.
yeah. I said that I'm like,
Okay.
yo, I bit my bottom lip, like, cause you trying not to laugh, but she was serious. But she ended up being hella cool though.
Okay, 5411.
And I do like when they down to earth. I would rather you be down to earth than bougie because you trying to get your money, honey.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you around here nose in the air, nobody really gonna want to fuck with you. You got to be down to earth and like you really have to work the room
Right.
and be like cordial and cool with everybody. I mean, I watch that too. And I don't like when they be so territorial, but it's the same thing as far as bartenders and our regulars. So I know how they get down with their regulars.
Yeah.
But I ain't always in here to see one hole.
George paid the mortgage. Move, Sadie's.
Yeah, I'm not about to be like I didn't come in here like when you look at strippers. Yeah, sometimes I get particular and be like, okay, I only want that one. I do get like that sometimes, but at the same time, it's other women in here trying to make that money.
Right.
I had a body type. So, and then, well, the thing with me too is like, I'm not one of those guys that think, oh, she dances for me, so I'm gonna have a chance to smash. Like, no. So you're saying there's a chance? I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. So actually, as a matter of fact, I remember I was so green. I went to a strip club all the time up to like promote music and network with DJs when I was in the Midwest, right? So coming down here, I heard it was the strip club capital. Did not know the difference between titty bars and strip clubs till I came down here.
Yeah.
And the girl started laughing at me. I said, "Put that back on." And she said, "But it's a dance." And she was like, "Why don't you want me to take it off?" I'm like, "Cause I only want to see my woman naked." And it's like this might sound weird. I don't like wasting hard-ons. So like don't go like prime my engine and I know it's going nowhere. Like just stay right there. We cool. You know, get your couple songs in and then keep work the room. But I told her to put her bottom on at least. She like, I got to. It's the rules. And I'm like, I didn't know.
Yeah. So you wanted some conveyor belt cheetah type shit. Club cheat on that conveyor belt. The light turn
They ain't got
and they
nobody
go.
in there that they got any.
So you
ass
wanted a
and titties.
gentleman's club. You used the gentleman's club type versus
that?
strip. A gentleman's
Where
club
they
is
don't
where
get
like
undressed.
business deals and stuff. And it's they don't
They don't
maybe
really get
topless,
undressed.
but they don't get bottomless.
I think it goes back to what Z was saying with cleanliness. It's like, fam, you just opened your joint up and had it in his face, and he was motorboating. Like, don't come put that on me, bro. Like, I'm good. Like, I wash my hands before I use the bathroom. Like, I don't want that on me.
And see, that's different too because you got different strippers or different places where they won't even allow men to touch. Now women can touch, but men can't. So
I've been there.
I mean,
but same time, oh man, I almost got punched by. All right, I don't know if you ever seen, and this is like I guess it's a real Atlanta conversation right now, but I'm cool with it. But no, I mean that's where we at. But I remember I was getting a dance by this girl, and I actually I want to say I call her a regular, but I one of her regulars, but like we had seen each other outside the club, and then I became cool because I messed with the music scene. So she was dancing, and there was like this dude next to me, and it's like I didn't know him. But we was like sitting at the bar, so he was sitting like literally like right here beside me. It sounds kind of weird to say it now because of COVID. But he started like putting his finger in there, and then she turned around and she was like getting ready like to jaw me, and I'm like, I look to the right and I'm like, nah, that's him. And then she went and got the security and had him moved out the club.
Yeah.
And it was just like. That's like I'm not that guy. Like I'm not trying to.
Don't invade me to the point where I feel like I'm being compromised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't agree with.
Yeah, but also with me too is like it goes both ways because it's like y'all remember the body glitter era?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't dance with me when I gotta go home.
I'm sorry. I might still wear a little glitter today, and I ain't even a dancer.
No, I'm saying no. It's different when girls twerk on you. How do you can't explain why you have bedazzled jeans all of a sudden?
Right.
What? No, you had a good night.
Well, that's
I
like
was
wearing a white
baby. I
t-shirt
was trying
and
to
having
buy you a
makeup on your
card.
shirt.
I was reading a Hallmark card, and the card the glitter got on my pants.
I was doing
At
arts and
11:30,
crafts.
you had a 24
I went to paint
Walgreens?
night. I went to paint night. I was doing arts and crafts.
I done gave y'all a lot. It's
What's
a bad
wrong with
one, but
that?
I mean, you can use it.
I know your pants strong. You had too many excuses off rip.
Or you can say arts and crafts. You was doing paint night, painting tip.
Okay. Who were you painting and sipping with?
Child, we just decided. Me and the boys decided to tap into our artistic side. Aren't you glad that I'm trying to, find us new things to do out here in these streets?
In these streets. You say I never do anything with you. I'm out here scouting locations.
Yeah.
Oh, you a photographer now?
I might be. Can we make a movie?
You make a movie, man. I don't know why Terrence is thinking.
Oh my God.
I don't know who discovered that he says Maine in every movie.
He really does, though.
But it's the same. Is it kind of like Denzel?
It's like, man,
Is it kind of like Denzel has his Denzelisms and everything that he does?
I'm sure.
And it's
Probably.
like you a cowboy and a slave and you're still the same type of Denzel cool.
Or like the dude, what's the actor name who I would say she? Like he has to do it in every fucking movie.
I just started
watched
watching The Wire. I thought he only did that in The Wire.
No,
but he
I
did
just watched the
Everything.
movie the other day. What is it called with the guy with the dog? Damn, what's that movie
I
called?
don't know.
I forgot the name
What
of
He
it.
kind of
does
dog?
it in every movie.
It's
Or
okay. In the
TV
beginning
show.
of the movie, he saves the dog. The dog looks like he been to a pit fight. It's a pit bull. Damn, what movie is that?
Oh man, is it on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't think of it,
I
but,
don't know, but
it's one of those movies that came out back in the early 90s.
So he been saying it like
He's
so.
been
That's
saying
like
it.
it. So he basically was saying she.
Yeah,
like
and
Samuel
it's
L.
drawn
do
out like that, too.
like
When I
Samuel L.
say
do
he
motherfucker.
Man, I'm gonna have to find that movie.
That is funny. I know it's funny because I know like. You know how like black people describe white actors like, man, you know the one dude that was a bad dude in the movie and such. Like I know his face, but I don't know his name. And it's like I feel bad because I should know better. But it's the shit, man.
yeah, that's like the shit, man. Like she. Like, oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He look like my Uncle Earl.
I've never even seen The Wire, but I just know him from.
I just started
doing
watching it because I listened to a podcast and they reference it frequently.
You know, The Wire is lit though. I can't believe you never saw The Wire.
Well, I grew up like I'm a real country boy. I grew up in the backwoods of the country. We had 2 channels. We had UPN before what it turned into
CW,
and then we had UPN and ABC. And when I wanted to watch football, I had to sneak into my mom's room and watch it on mute.
Oh.
So you had the closed caption up there because
I did. You know what's funny?
That was some devil's.
No, well, my mom, my mom worked 2 jobs, and
Okay.
you know, I mean, if I can only watch football if I be quiet because the moment, get out.
I'm about to say there's some foosball or something.
Yeah. Oh no, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just like I wake up her on her sleep-in day, and ironically, that is probably why I put closed caption on subtitles on everything. I never thought about it.
too. I find myself doing that because I don't want to misconstrue what's going on. And I want to make sure I'm like keeping up with everything.
Yeah, I do.
Some people hate it, but
I've been made fun of. I've been made fun of.
Me too.
I've been made fun of. My homeboy's
though.
like, he ruined a movie that we watched for the first time. I'm like, bro, it's subtitles. Like, can I live?
Right, and it's like the person behind me all over my shoulder anyway. I want them to know what's going on too, so you can read it. You know,
You follow along and stuff.
no, but it's really. But I do it because sometimes a lot of actors speak with their mouths closed, so it's like, hey, how you doing? You know, and I'm like, okay, what are they really saying? So that's why I put mine up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
No, I like that because all right. So how many people have this song where like you think they said this, but they're really saying something different? Like I remember it was the old El Cool J song. Everybody was like doing it wild, but it's all the whole time she's doing it well. Yeah. Or what's the Lloyd song? Fine 2 or 5-2.
Fine 2.
That's why I need subtitles.
Right.
Because there have been lines of movies I can't draw off the top of my head right now, but there have been movies where I'm thinking they said, man, he said this, and then it's something totally different.
Yeah, but it is more prevalent in music though.
Yeah.
Because even So Fresh, So Clean.
Which one? What's the
Don't
line?
you think? Some people say dress so fresh, so clean. Some say it's just so fresh, so clean. Because they both, it's just.
Okay. I was about to say, you better put me on.
It can go both ways. I'm dressed so fresh, so clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like,
you know, so
dang,
a lot of it happens in music too.
Yeah.
So I've been singing a lot of wrong shit, and I just found out.
I'm horrible with it. Like, you know how like another thing too that I've been noticing, it seems like every single family has their own like little language that they speak. And I think did you guys ever watch My Wife and Kids?
Yeah.
So you remember how they used to always say licorice? So everybody has that like the family word that they always say. And I remember I was in my senior year in high school, and now keep in mind I graduated high honors and everything. So I'm thinking I'm smart.
Okay.
And my coach, he said, "Damn it, son. You know, I don't know why, but all football coaches got a massive amount of gum that they chew. You know, damn it, Robinson. Start to it smart, son." And like the thing about being ignorant and you don't know what you did wrong, you're like, I don't know why I did wrong. And I said liked it. But everybody in my family said liked it. No, I ain't say that. Matter of fact, it wasn't even that. It was heard it. And I was like, man,
you
I heard
know
it.
the word, but it's so common at home.
Yeah. I know. Like, so another thing that I noticed I do because I spend a lot of time alone as a kid is when you learn how to read something versus saying it, you learn it the wrong way. But you don't have anyone to correct it because you're not conversing with anyone.
Right.
And I had a lot of words in my vocabulary in which I would learn it the wrong way, but I learned it from reading it improperly. And I started conversing. I know how to use it. I know the context of it. And I know the definition, but I say it wrong.
Say it right.
And it's like, now I feel stupid. But
I wouldn't because you.
I don't
like
now.
You said because it's within your household. So it's a lot of things that we don't know besides these 4 walls.
Yes, I said
what that is wrong or not.
It's just so common. Like right now at home, I say, "Yeah, I'll talk to you later on," and it's because
Wait, what?
Later on because one of my aunts she says later on. Or I have an uncle that said listen instead of listen. So like, you know, it's just so common because you're saying it at home. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll call you later on. They're like, what the hell?
And then
I'm
especially when you're talking, you conversing with them, it's like it's gonna come out like that because that's the slang that y'all use.
Right.
That y'all done made up. And by the way, the movie is called 25th Hour.
Are you one of the Google people? Like I gotta find this.
I am too.
No, because you know what happened? It'd be like 9:17, like, and then you see get that weird text from the conversation you had at 2 o'clock.
No, I just asked the person I watched it with, mind your business, what it was called.
Link? Was it Hennessy Sneaky Link or Tito's?
It's a Tito's link. It was a Tito's link and some hookah that night.
What's your flavor of hookah?
Ooh, I love anything like a citrus mint, blueberry mint, or watermelon
You
mint.
better run it off.
Come on, it's like I gotta have that mint in there.
Did you say run it off?
Yeah.
Like cardio?
No, like she was. No,
Oh,
like
listen, I'm about to say.
I gotta have
you
the
health
I
kick.
used
I'm
to-
like,
I'm on it.
I was about to say it like that.
No, I was
It's
telling
calories
her
in
to rattle
smoke.
them off.
I had a blonde moment. Like, it's calories in smoke.
Yeah, that's when I don't smoke, so.
Neither do I. You know what's?
I do. I smoke. I do. I mean, a little loud here and there.
A little loud. A little loud. You know,
loud.
a little loud in a quieter room gets me going.
Really does. Puts me in a better mood.
Yo, I remember last time I smoked hookah, when you don't smoke, it shows so fast.
It
And there's something
does.
about, and it's so, and I know it's an attractive, like you being a smoker, right? If a dude's smoking, he
I'm gonna need him to give it up and don't do nothing out the door that your ass ain't been doing.
but I was having fun. Now I
trying to
will
be-
say that.
You was
trying to
being
be a
social.
social smoker.
Yeah.
Smoker.
No, it wasn't weed though. It was hookah.
Right, trying to be
I've been a
sociable.
social smoker.
You like, because
I've done that
it's
now.
passable. I mean,
Yeah. And what's crazy, I was cool until we switched into another flavor. Like when we had I forgot, this so long ago. I don't know. I don't remember the flavor. But the first time we smoked hookah, I was cool. And then she like, let's try another flavor. Got another flavor. I don't know what it was about that concoction.
it's sometimes it don't work like I can't mix. Mighty Freeze already has mint in it, so when I mix Mighty Freeze and then add more mint on top, it does me like that.
You said Mighty Freeze? Why I
It's
gotta
called-
flex so hard?
It's called Mighty Freeze. So when I put that mint inside of it, it's like it makes it extra minty and like mixed with the different flavors Mighty Freeze is. Sometimes it be a little bit too harsh.
Okay.
Or it could be the cold or the way somebody
Yeah, I was
made
about
it.
to say it could be that too. The bowl ain't right.
Yeah.
So, I want to get back to the bartending question. So I have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You guys mostly work bars. What type of restaurants or what
I was bartender at a restaurant, and then I was at a lounge at Frank Ski's. I did Frank Ski's restaurant and lounge.
Oh, great! You
and
should have
bar
a story. You
service
should have a story
and bar.
based on this question. Then, what about you, Z?
I've done also, of course, restaurants, but I started at a strip club.
Which one?
It actually was called Platinum. It was a strip club that was across from
Cheshire?
ODU University. It was
Oh.
it was in Virginia.
Okay.
So it was in Norfolk, and it was easy bartending because they only sold beer and wine.
At a strip club?
At that strip club,
Probably
I guess
it was
they
too
didn't have
expensive
that
to get that liquor license.
Yeah, they didn't have I guess it was what it was in that downtown area, of Norfolk where they just didn't have it. So it was easy. I mean, I was getting my tips off of that, but
It's funny. I don't really drink, and I'm still judging that club.
and you should.
The best thing about even bartending at a strip club, ain't nobody coming in there ordering no damn Bob Marley's and shit. Most of give me a hen and coke. It's very simple.
It's very
So
simple thing.
You don't have to worry about those.
Or either
right.
they taking shots.
Right.
I get made
Yeah.
fun of because I'm the pineapple juice guy. Just give me a pineapple juice. Like, how long have you been sober? You got your coin? Like, no, I just don't drink.
Right. Can I still have fun and not
And
drink?
I like that because I can still have a little bit of your pineapple juice in my drink. Thank you. Because it's thick. Right.
Question. So, my ex, she used to bartend, and she was always talking about how she would always frequently see these guys. They would come in with the girlfriend on Friday, then bring the wife on Saturday. Is that something that's real prevalent?
That's very prevalent, but I think it's messy and sloppy. Take her somewhere else to be regular somewhere else, because I mean, I might get close with both of them, and I don't want to be looking at you like, okay, now I'm not gonna judge you, but
See, that goes back to what I was saying about unwritten rules. Like,
Yeah.
there's bartending code, and then there's I guess woman code that you have to figure out which one you would ride on, right?
as long as he tipping me good, I'm gonna mind my
Right.
Oh,
business.
if he a
They ain't
$5 nigga,
I'm gonna
like,
stick beside him and mind my
stay
goddamn
safe.
business.
Stay safe.
Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
It don't.
I mean, shit. Maybe they like the spinach dip over there where I'm at.
And matter of
Both
fact,
of
why
them,
don't you
so
just
why
bring
not?
both of them at the same time if you pimping so hard?
Okay.
They should be able to know about each other and be all right with it. That's real pimping.
Y'all morals lie in the pocket.
That's real pimping right there.
Okay.
And the pimping ain't dead. You just gotta know what you're
So
doing.
you bring Keisha on Friday night, then you got Tiffany on Saturday.
Just bring
It
them
is what
both,
it is.
both
They-
nights. They gonna want to hang.
Okay. Damn. They probably hanging together in the bedroom anyway.
Okay, so just hang outside.
Just hang outside.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. That's a funny joke because it walks me right into my next segue. So recently, I'm not a polygamist, but I've been seeing it pop up in like whatever in all these random conversations, and specifically black people. Like it seems to be either being revitalized or brought to the forefront as a proposed lifestyle change. How do you guys feel about it?
I've been in a relationship before where I said it was okay to be with more than one person. And
were you cool with the other person though?
That's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
I dated the girl prior and then I was with the guy after. The girl was in Houston and not in a happy relationship. So while me and the guy living together, I get on the road to go to Houston to go get her and bring her into our situation. I did that one time.
How long did it last?
Maybe about 6 months. And I say it didn't last very long, not only because at the time I didn't know how jealous I was going to be to know that if the thing is, ain't nobody supposed to be doing nothing without each other, but it always happens.
But those are y'all rules though, because everybody ain't the same.
Exactly.
Right, and that's what I've been learning with all these different conversations.
It was kind of the rule per se, but I mean, it was just an unsaid rule.
But see, okay.
But between me and her, especially, he didn't. He gonna try us both and be.
Right.
He was the main one dipping and dabbing, and we didn't. I mean, I didn't mind it at first till I found out.
Did you guys live in the same place?
Yep.
Okay.
Lived together and everything,
Slept in the
but
same
we
bed?
had different. Yeah, but we had different work schedules. And at the time, she wasn't working at all, but I was. So it's like she's home all the time.
So it's natural for you in your mind, like, all right, a man gonna be a man. He gonna.
Yeah, I already knew, but I didn't want to like admit it or see it.
When did you notice? Well, when did you notice to yourself that you were catching feelings as far as being jealous?
Well, when one time he needed to go,
you don't do
like,
that
cause
for
like
me.
you said,
You don't suck my pinky toe like that.
okay. Well, as a artist, you know how you have to go out and network with DJs and do a lot of club scenes or whatever. We used to go out together. Well, this one night, she was the driver, so he didn't have the car at that time. Something happened to his car was in the shop or something, and I didn't have my car at that time. So he had her drive him to the club, and they didn't invite me. That's when I had the issue.
Oh, y'all making public appearances without me?
Exactly. Okay. And then I know y'all fucked too. Without me again.
I love when people tell old stories and then they get the seriousness right in the forehead.
Yeah, because now you brought the whole situation back up.
I love that's why women hold on to shit, don't they?
Don't we?
Yeah.
And I talk to them still both to this day, separately.
I'm wait.
You weren't included, no way.
No.
It was gonna have to be separate.
So how long
I brought y'all asses together.
Did you end up bringing it up that night, or how long did you hold on to it?
She was a bitch and he was a motherfucker. Yeah.
They be like that too.
Damn, Jada.
I cussed their asses. I laid their asses out, mad for a few days and everything. Y'all keep on having fun because I ain't doing nothing with y'all. I put them both on strike.
Right? Put your bottom lip up though. No, we on strike.
Yeah.
I took my ball and went on. What about you? How do you feel about polygamy?
To each his own.
Have you had an African or Nigerian try to make you a sister wife yet?
Not at all. No, I had a African tell me he was gonna kill my boyfriend for me, but never.
That's next level.
I will kill him for you. Exact words.
Wait, did he say for you? Like you were tired of him?
I will kill him for you.
Okay,
not
wait.
For
not
me,
for you,
to get
like
rid of
to
him
get
so he can
for
be with
you.
me.
Okay,
Right.
That's
right.
for me. Yeah.
But no, polygamy, no, to each his own. It's not me. I'm a jealous girl. I like to have mine and mine only. I don't want to share. I don't want you coming in on mine. No.
All right, going back to you, I guess. Was that your own experience with it?
Yeah. And then I realized that that's the type I'm the same way. Like, I'm stingy.
Mine's is mine.
Yeah, I'm stingy, I'm selfish, and I'm probably ain't gonna be able to handle it long. So let's
So
not.
one club ride messed up your whole philosophy, huh?
Sure the fuck did. Cause y'all don't supposed to leave me out.
Oh. Did you take too long getting your outfit together?
No,
what
they
women do.
essentially did not invite me.
Yeah. I like how I try to make a joke out of it. She come back to the pain.
Yeah, I'm like, nope, I ain't giving
Right,
them.
it be serious too. We're not doing it.
That's funny. So there's no way ever again you would do it? You would try to attempt it? Even with the rules written out?
I can never say never because it had to be Obama. Me and Michelle have to be in the stack.
Oh no. Oh yes, but you know.
I love Obama.
I do too.
Let's
So,
be for real.
So never say never
and
and
you
a
would have
never.
to include Michelle because we love Michelle too.
We love Michelle.
You're right.
So a never say never and a never ever ever.
Never.
And never, ever, ever.
Now I could do like a threesome type thing.
Have you done it before? And have you done it to? Did you do it for you or
an
did you do it for
addition.
him?
It's
I was an
always
addition.
for somebody
I was an
else.
addition.
Huh?
I wouldn't do it in my relationship, me and my guy.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to bring me into your situation.
Why?
Because,
I have a feeling I
because
understand
I'm
Noah's answer.
selfish with my man. I'm not sharing my guy.
But you go
with-
share somebody else's.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I
Because
ain't
I'm
got
on
no-
the outside.
my
I ain't got
feelings-
nothing to do with that.
Yeah, my feelings ain't really
didn't
that
have
fully
nothing to do with
attached. Yeah, I'm not territorial.
What are threesome rules, if any?
I mean, it depends on the couple. It depends on, you know.
What their
I
boundaries
feel like everybody has like riders, like musicians on the road.
Yeah.
and that's true.
Like that was like a one-time thing for me. It was just because I'm one of those people, like I'll try it once.
Mm-hmm.
Polygamy is not one though, but I would try something once.
I mean,
And
that's
that
a
was just one of the
weekend
things.
versus
So
a
there
life.
was, it was really not it wasn't any rules. It was just, hey, we're here, let's try it. So I
Was
didn't have any
it
rules there.
something that was thought out? Or was it more
No,
spontaneous?
it was spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you know? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. It was
They
just,
ain't
have a
try to
little,
run it back.
have a little drink,
Neither
have a
one
little
of 'em?
something
Neither one of them try to run it back.
separately, but not together.
How'd you feel when they tried to come at you separately?
Okay.
Oh. And she,
I'm very-
I was about to
I'm
say,
very-
and she sips her tea, but I know it's detox. It doesn't carry the same sass as sips tea or liquor. It's not the same. It's not glasses. You can adjust.
I mean, it's the same tone. It gives you the same.
Yeah. You knew
Yeah,
my
but
energy.
no, I mean, I was just like, okay, but nothing happened after that.
Okay.
I mean, they like me. That's which is understandable.
Now, based on how you guys answered it, I kind of know how you guys may answer this one, but you also may surprise me. So, I've seen a lot of couples. I actually had a few of my exes try to sell me on polygamy. Mm-hmm. And for me, I was like, me personally, I don't think it can work. I don't think it can be sustained. And my whole thing, my answer was, if I want to mess with multiple women, I could just be single and just do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus trying to maintain a relationship with one. And then we have these revolving door of energy, because I'm big on that too. And now we have to figure out how to dispel that energy. What's the expiration date for the sneaky link, if one? Does it expire like, vegetables from Whole Foods, or does it stay does it linger around like McDonald's food or like Sweetie Meals?
That's so true.
Me personally, I don't think you can maintain a relationship that long with all these different energies.
Yeah,
And then you
it's
have
too
these
much.
different like holidays come up. Who goes to what part of the family? Who gets the most? What's funny? I was talking to a homegirl, and she said she's not opposed to it, but I'm not gonna divulge the whole conversation because I protect my people. But
Right.
she told me if it's her dude, she gets mad if. She was serious too. She got serious in the forehead like you did when you told your story. She was like, he came for her. She was pissed. Like, she didn't have glasses, but she adjusted them. Is that a thing, or is that just that with her in particular?
No, that's the thing. I didn't had somebody's husband come at me. That's a close friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. No. I ain't mean come at you. I mean like he finished with her instead of the main.
Oh, what you mean? They ended up being together?
Ejaculated.
Oh, damn. He didn't come with her?
I mean, like when
Probably
they were
because he used to
separately.
coming to her with
Say
her.
it again.
He's probably used to, some people, some things you just want something different. So maybe he's so used.
I mean, but it's all right. If your stroke number is 127 and you get to 126, I'm sorry, if you get to 118 and you went with the
that's
the
another
extra,
factor, right?
Yeah, but
You just couldn't hang.
no, but I'm saying, like, if you know your stroke number, like, if you know what I'm saying, you know your partner and stuff like that, and then you guys know each other. But if you get to the part where, like, all right, this position, I'm going to come in this position, or, I'm likely going to finish the next 5 minutes. But if you got to get out the audition, right? If you smart.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Or if you know your girl gets mad about it.
It's not all that easy all the time, though, but I get that.
I'm glad you know.
Ain't all that easy.
No, it ain't easy. Can't really control it. If she go counterclockwise and your man girl go clockwise, it's like it messed up the
hit a
match.
position I wasn't prepared for,
Right?
Or her thing title, or
I
sweater,
never knew.
or I'm hitting that part that it's just like I don't feel that with you. Maybe she's been out there a little bit more, or
Vaginal canals are different, so it feels different.
Absolutely different. Some are looser, some are tighter.
That's what happens when Mr. Robinson
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Is this going where you wanted it to go? Or what?
Yeah. Okay. What about competition? So, well, before I get there, 2 guys and a girl, is that a threesome or is that a train?
That's a train, baby. Anything more?
I want the record show.
No, it's a threesome.
Not a man.
It's
if it's 3 guys and a girl, that's a train. Add another third.
Wait. Why is the third guy?
So that's a train. That's 4 people. That's a train at this point. You
Okay,
getting
let's say
ran on.
you eat.
no, I mean I
2
agree.
dudes. So 3 dudes is a train. 2 guys is a
It's still a
threesome.
threesome.
All right.
It depends on what them people define themselves as. Because you got some people, you got a man that might be bisexual and the man might be all right with that. So, I mean, it's different titles. I mean, I see how you looking, but I know how some people say, oh, it has to be 2 girls for it to be considered a threesome. I mean, but for a woman, having 2 might be considered a threesome for her.
It will be.
And they won't be touching each other. Ain't no knees touching no.
Well, that's where my look
Unless
came
they
from.
wanted to.
Right, that's where my look came from, though, because in that sense, now you're talking about, I think where most men say a threesome is 2 women and a man, and a train with 2 men and a woman, is because the idea is because the men are not interacting sexually with each other. I think that's where the line
right
comes
with a
in.
train, because you go first and then I'm gonna go second.
Or
type
if
thing,
or one's hitting for the back, one's at the front.
Yeah,
Like
that's not a train, in my opinion. That's a threesome.
It's still a threesome.
okay. Threesome rules. Do you have any?
Just don't keep doing shit without me. It becomes.
I only did that once
It's
I
no
had
longer
none.
a threesome.
I have none.
Your mannerisms are so funny.
I have to stop drinking this.
When you start sneaking behind my back, ain't no threesome no more.
That's true.
It's over.
I mean, you might as well say so.
Oh, all right. More. I guess that is a serious topic, but I want to talk about this too. Did you guys see that they're considering? I don't know if they started already, but I don't know if it's legislation or just a consideration, but they're basically taking sex off of birth certificates. How do you guys feel about that?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big deal. Like, but at the same time, it's like, why change something that you've already, that you've been doing?
Yeah, I think
Because mine gonna still be up there. Everybody who's you taking it off, that's just like, it's just different.
And it's more for the trans community, people who are born a woman, or the people who don't identify as, non-binary or intersex and all those. Like, you were born, like for intersex, because, intersex have both male and female reproductive organs or whatever. Or hormones.
That's not a trans?
Intersex? No. Because, it's a guy who has a penis, but he also has ovaries. He was just born that way. People are born that way. So he's considered intersex. Now, he may look like a man physically. Mm-hmm. He has those parts. Now he can kind of choose whether he wants to be a female or a male. And he may go woman because he has ovaries and he has a uterus, right?
Okay.
his birth certificate says male because that's how he looked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel that's a problem for him to change it, but at the same time, it's just like.
But okay.
So who would have to say so in that? The parents? Because as a baby, you
Well, I'm
can't.
talking about as an adult. No, I'm talking about as an adult.
Yeah, you're talking about an adult.
But
if
now
you're
birth
talking about
certificate is printed when you was a baby.
Right, that's something that have to change. But I mean, now let's be real. We're now getting to the point where you're talking about elementary school kids who are defining their sex already. So
But
I mean,
is it the kid or is that what's being taught at the house
it's
and
what's
they're bringing
being.
to school?
I don't know.
And that's where the conversation
I think it's being
comes in.
taught at home. To be honest.
Yeah.
I saw an interview where this woman was like, "Yeah, you know, she's a they." Where the fuck did she know she was a they from if it didn't come from you?
Right.
Nobody is doing that, but
that's what I feel. But I'm trying to be careful because it's a very touchy subject.
It's very touchy.
But
I'm
also,
not too versed on this.
Right. But that's why we had this. How you get the information and having conversation with other people.
Right.
But let's say for instance, kids don't see race until they're taught race, and just like you have to teach gender. I think I remember an old movie where they were like flipping through a magazine and they were teaching the baby like that's a man, that's a boy, and they were like, well, what's the difference? And then I think the confusion in the kid's mind was like they made it tongue in cheek because it was like a old joke movie, but I guess the woman had like a pantsuit on, and he was like pants, man, skirt, woman in a pantsuit. I don't know. and that you know that was real brief, but at the same time we're in a situation now where we have people telling their children she's a they. I don't know how I feel about a baby being born 6 pounds 8 ounces being marked an X.
That's parents doing. I
just think it should be kept the way it is. It's not that serious.
Because from what I briefly read, it was mainly talking about how people are discriminated against now, adults, when it comes to, I guess, like public record in terms of like getting a license or something like that.
Well, that was my next question because let's say a trans person doesn't divulge that they're trans to the partner. I think that's just as serious. Now, I'm not saying they're the same. I know the difference. That's just as bad to me as you saying you're laying down with somebody and they think you're single and you're married. And same thing if you have an STD and don't divulge that information to the partner. They may stay, but you cannot take away their choice from them. Right. And that's the part where I think the trans community seems to be on a slippery slope. You want to be treated equally and have equal rights and be respected as such, but
you're being deceitful.
Right. Yeah. But there's not the whole community though.
Right. Not at all. No.
Yeah.
Right.
We just gotta say that because camera highlights.
Of course.
But and we have stupid people. But that's the thing too though. So you don't know if your kid's gonna be that. If you might raise him or her as a boy for the first 8, 9, 10 years of their life, they make a decision that they're going to identify as the other. And now, that gives them leeway to be more deceitful.
Right.
And for me as a heterosexual man, I think what I have a problem is like someone in the trans community or the LGBTQ plus community telling me that I'm homophobic because I don't want to have sex with a trans woman.
Yeah, not at all. That's not.
But that's where we are, though.
Right, we are, unfortunately.
How do we navigate that, though? Because we have to have these conversations with different people from walks of life, and it's not a hate-filled situation, but it's just like, don't take away my choice as you have been granted yours.
Right.
I mean, that's why it's like politics. There's certain things that I just don't discuss, and that's probably one of them because it's like it's to each its own, and you can't tell somebody else.
It's right there.
And you can't tell somebody else how to feel.
Right.
Or you can't tell somebody else to change their morals and values on how they was raised or their religious thoughts or their beliefs on things.
I mean, in certain situations, people do change their religion given different information and given different a different way of seeing things, experiences and everything like that.
Yeah.
Same could be said with sexuality. Like, somebody may not know that they enjoy this until they have a sample of it. But the thing
That's
is,
true.
don't trick them into getting a sample and thinking they're going to come over to that side. I think that's wrong.
That's most definitely wrong because you need to be honest, regardless of the fact, with the person up front. Like, I don't believe in, like, you know, misleading anybody in any way.
It's all about autonomy.
Yeah.
For me, that's what it's all about, autonomy.
Yeah, and you have to give people the option to want to deal with it. Like, you don't know what I might deal with if you be upfront with me in the beginning. You never know. But that conniving, sneaky stuff, I can't deal with that.
Anytime, and even the examples I gave, there are situations where a person might stay in the situation given the opportunity to be fully informed.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but you got to let somebody know. You don't know what. You never know. You might assume that they're homophobic, or you might assume what they won't deal with. But if you just be honest, you know, some people, like I said, they're connected to the energy in the person. It's not always about, you know, their sexual preference or what's down there. So you just never know. Like you said, being up front in the beginning, you know, what you might have. But you keeping it 100% like sneaky, then that's a sneaky link. The fuck? Let me know what's going on here.
Now, I find that pretty ironic for a woman that you identify as bisexual.
I identify as bisexual.
But but it always comes down to let me know what I'm dealing with, right?
I let people know. I mean,
have you ever been with a trans either or?
No.
Would you?
Probably not. I know that sounds crazy to a person that's saying they're bisexual.
No, it doesn't.
I either want. Yeah. It's totally different, and not to knock anybody else's preferences.
No, absolutely. I learned that myself. Like I'm a pretty vanilla person, but once you run into a community, it's like choke me, spit in my mouth. It's like, yeah, I don't do that.
And not even that.
They look at you, they shame you.
Exactly, but I can't even deal with a woman that's too masculine.
Okay.
I can't even deal with that to a certain extent. It's like, you know, if I'm gonna deal with a man, I want to deal with a manly man. And if I'm gonna deal with a woman, I want to deal with more. I mean, my wife was in a mixture. You know, she wasn't like, she was still had her ways, but she was still how can I say? What would you say, Erica?
Had feminine traits. But masculine.
Yeah, she had it was like masculine energy.
Is that what they call those stems now? Is that what that is?
Maybe
like
it was
a stud fem.
Yeah, it was kind of
because
like,
she dressed kind of masculine, but she was still a woman. I mean,
she still had her her way.
So many new terms that I.
But it's more like that. It's not like, you know, I don't want you to like portray or be something that you totally, you know, kind of aren't. But at the same time, I want you to be comfortable in your own skin in the way you was raised and the way that, you know, that you want to carry yourself.
Right.
So I can't say that for everybody, but sometimes I'm just not. If it's just too masculine, it's just something that I don't know. I could just, but plus I could tell fake and real energy. So if I know you're doing the most and it's not really who you are, I can tell.
Okay.
I really want to comment more on that. I have to do some more research on that particular topic.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean it's
new information.
So
yeah, it's
it
new
really
information.
Is.
Even with you guys just saying STEM, I was like, I've never heard that term before. But do you have a comparison? Like a?
No, I mean I've heard it just from. You know, I'm kind of like a nerd. I just kind of watch certain things, and I've heard different terms, and they just say like it's just a mix of a stud and a femme. So it's not. I guess it's. Don't get me to lying. I would have to look it up.
Like maybe Dej Loaf?
Yeah, something like that.
I guess.
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
That's a
good example.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Like that's the first example I can come up off the top of my head. I don't even know if she's gay or straight, but
I mean, she's definitely. I think she's
from the appearance. I would say.
Yeah.
Just saying that because we don't know her sexual preference, but looking at.
Yeah,
I would think.
Or either I would put her in the bisexual boat. Or either I would put her. Yeah, it just depends.
Speaking of autonomy, did you guys have any hot takes? I know this kind of, well, you know, everything, if it is like a week old, it's a year old at this point in time, but the Brittany Renner and PJ Washington situation, are you guys well versed on that?
A little bit. I was actually just talking to my parents about it the other day. So I just know he plays basketball. They were together. Well, Brittany, she's one of those people who was like, if you want to get your money, this is what you need to do. You need to get knocked up by a basketball player.
She wasn't always like that.
I see. I don't know her background. I don't know what kind of person
Well,
she was. Give us a story.
Yeah, at this point, I'll be like, I don't know nobody.
Well, PJ Washington, he's an NBA player, and he's like maybe, I want to say 7-8 years younger than she was when they hooked up. I think she hooked up with him when he's like 18, 19, or fresh out of college, and she's like 27, 28. But her background, so her best friend is Tiana Trump, the porn star. Before that, or I don't know if they were friends while this situation happened, but she apparently had a thing going with Colin Kaepernick. And I guess that situation turned her, you know how like you have a situation where you get your heart broken thinking you're going to get this fairy tale ending, and then it turns you to a savage.
Right.
If I am to say the outside looking in, I think that's what happened to her. And then also the company you keep, and then also the company you find while you're in your dark moments could change your philosophy about life. Right. I think that's a combination of things that happened to her, because when she came into prominence as far as like being on Instagram and stuff like that, she was just like one of those girls that did workout videos, light skin, pretty girl, nice body, and she was doing athletic things while giving it and keeping maintaining feminine energy. And so it was appealing, you know. Pretty girls like pretty girls. Girls like pretty attractive people just attract people.
Right.
Yeah.
And then guys are naturally gonna flop because look at you, see the booty. You see that booty, mine. So essentially, she ended up having a old clip going viral, saying basketball players are stupid. They whatever, and she got pregnant, and she breaks up with him because like I was here for the baby, not you. And that's what kind of set Twitter, Black Twitter, and everything ablaze. Thoughts on that, or how do you feel? Given that paraphrase without the subtitles.
I mean, she completed the assignment.
You said she knew the assignment.
I mean, that was her goal.
And I just feel like you just never know a person. Like, you never know nobody. Ever.
Or the
You could
intentions or the motive is
you
right.
think you know them really well, but you know, anything can happen. You don't know nobody.
Yeah.
That's just the way I look at it.
What advice would you, now granted, I mean, I don't think he's necessarily going to be hurt outside of his ego in this portion of time, which is going to fade relatively quickly. But if he was an average guy, or just a guy that was like, I guess, what's the term? Henry, high earning, not rich yet, or something like that. If he was one of those guys and it's like your brother, cousin, nephew, what advice would you have for him, or what would you say to him? Knowing that a woman specifically targeted him just so she can get pregnant.
You gotta watch these hoes. Like I'll tell my brother and them that the whole time. Like I tell them that when I think the girl is perfect, when I think ain't nothing even happened yet. I always tell them like you can't fully 100% trust nobody.
And wrap up. Like I don't understand what's so hard about doing that though. Like that's just minor shit. Like if you're having sex, use a condom, because you are in this position. You could possibly be in this position to where, you know.
There are a lot of people, well, I know for me, I was in a relationship for 6 years and we never had sex without a condom. Then I became single, and I got introduced to a community. Like first girl, I thought she was trying to game me. She said she was allergic to latex, and I was like, well, I guess this is not gonna happen tonight. And then I started realizing quickly, even with everything being so prevalent out here, a lot of people don't like using condoms.
They don't.
And that's weird to me.
They don't.
That's weird to me. So that's another thing that needs to be discussed. And then also, like, when somebody's trying to get pregnant, or I've seen this too, because strangers think, you know, truth is stranger than fiction sometimes. If you know a person is sleeping with multiple people, I guess a way of solidifying your bond or your position or giving yourself a little bit of elevation is stupid logic. Is, well, he strapped up with them and he hit me raw. That in her mind, that elevates her over the other girls that he messes with, until you know you see that he's still gonna be smashing them regardless. Yeah. And same thing with women too. Like with some girls, I had a girl actually on this podcast. So she told me, it's a lost episode. Don't y'all go looking for it. But but she told me she wasn't trying to get pregnant. She just like having a man come inside her. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
So what?
That's what I said. I'm like, even it's like did she say, she didn't say a random. She just said sometimes you just be in a moment and you just want to feel it. I'm like, don't you feel responsibility squeezing out?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just, nah. That's for me personally.
Sis, you
I'm
can't take
different.
a turkey baster and push it up your pussy and make that happen. Like, do you really have to exchange those energies? And
no, she wasn't doing it for the
douche.
baby.
I
You
know.
better take a douche and do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's other ways to get that feeling. Like,
Some vinegar and water.
I'm a man, so I'm like,
I
wait,
don't know.
what?
Vinegar and water.
Very natural and do detox is very. So I don't know, but I'm just saying. But because I'm trying to understand that logic in that situation, like.
Well, we were in a conversation where it was multiple men and multiple women, and it was a guy that basically said, "Man, sometimes you just be in a moment, and you just go for it, and you ain't got a condom present." I'm like, it's a little risky, a little bit more out of my taste, but you know, it ain't really a thing that's not normal to me. But also, like I said, I'm a very vanilla person. Well, I thought I it's funny. When I moved down here, I thought I was a freak, and then I met people down here. It's like, you know what? Like I ain't been off the porch. I just came to the steps.
I'm still
like,
trying to
I
be
ain't
on
been
the
off the
Right,
porch.
you got to be home
I'm
while
still on the
when the
block.
street light come on. We still in the street.
Yeah, and I thought I was out here. Like, no, you were on different blocks.
I'm not saying I've never had like unprotected sex before, but it's not a thing
Same
as
me.
to where, you know, oh, well, fuck it. You know, you just throw caution to the wind and be like, I mean, I could never do that, you know, consistently.
I never.
I could never.
Don't say that.
Especially randomly.
Don't say
You
you said
can't
that
be
with your
randomly.
chest.
Like, we gotta have some like.
That'd be the girl that end up pregnant. Like,
I'm
how
saying
that
like
happen?
the person that I am now, I couldn't see myself doing that now.
No.
I can't.
Especially
I mean,
not
especially like
randomly.
being like
Mighty
celibate
quiet
for like
over
so
there,
many
Z.
years.
Would you say depend on the drink, on the Tito's or the Hennessy?
Depends on the drink.
No.
No, they
Straight no
Nah,
chasing,
they
y'all.
both
Straight
can
no
get it.
chasing.
They both can get it.
Whoa.
It's history there though.
Oh, okay.
It's just not like a one night stand or like they're not really sneaky links. I shouldn't have said that.
Do they only come after the sun go down?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
But they're not really sneaky links.
Okay.
It's history with one and the other one is like chemistry.
That chemistry something else, ain't it?
And that chemistry in the way.
Is it in the way?
Make you make decisions you wouldn't usually make.
Such as?
Like I told you be out here spending the night 7 days a week, sleeping in.
I ain't did
till
it 7 days
12 o'clock
a
in the
week.
afternoon.
I
Shit
gotta
you
be
ain't
in
got no
love
business
for 7
doing.
days. Like if I give you 7 days, like I gotta be in love.
7 days, yeah, that's a
Well,
lot.
like,
I mean,
y'all
I've
gotta
been
be on
single for so
vacation.
long.
Well,
though,
you
so
might as well say they in
anything
love.
Over 1 day is enough for me.
You might as well say they in love.
I like how she use a proper pronoun and it's they.
Yeah.
Not a we.
No.
Not a
They.
we. They.
They in love.
And adjust her glasses. This is what I'm saying. See what I'm
It's
saying?
the glasses, the accessory of all accessories.
I'm just keeping it Gucci.
Yeah. Okay. Since-
Y'all need another drink.
It's
We
a-
do.
Really?
I know I do.
You're such a bartender.
That's what I do. See, look, and I'm gonna be honest, and I hate to say this live, but I don't play spades. I don't play
either.
cards.
I love
I'm
spades.
I'm the girl who makes people's drinks at the table.
Okay, so I know
I
when
do.
to call
Oh,
you.
okay.
I know when to call you.
I do it. It's like a thing that I do. It doesn't matter who's out. You can have something here right now, and
You
y'all
just
on the,
naturally
and they
go
on the
in the
table. No, you need another drink because I want you to be comfortable.
What that's
Okay.
me when I'm not on the space table.
I'm a natural host too, so I get that.
Yeah, that's me when I'm not on the space table. But if I'm on that space table, I'm paying attention.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
and I
want
want you
to read
and I want you to do that, and I'm gonna say, hey, so you need another drink? Yeah, go ahead and get me one.
'Cause I'm
I have
counting
no
these
problem
books
doing that.
and making
So
sure-
I just feel like I should do that since I poured y'all first drink. Like, do you want another one?
I do. I mean, I'm
do.
home, so yeah, I'm cool. You gonna make it right now? Or you
I mean, I can
Okay.
if you would like me to make it right now.
As she hits her last sip, she said, "Well,
I'll hold it down while she making.
you good? Cause I got something for you. I know you finna go. I know you finna go in on this.
What you got for me, bro?
All right. So, scrolling through, I think this was Instagram or TikTok. I forgot which one it was, but you know, social medias. Either way, the phone was getting a thumb workout.
Right.
And I ran across this post that said it was talking about snacks that ruin sex. Do you have a few things that ruin it for you? Like if somebody eats something or you eat something, you're like, nah, I don't think you want his style for the night, bruh.
Well, if it's not fruit, whipped cream, caramel, or chocolate,
Is it caramel with a C or a K?
I'm gonna give it a K. I'm gonna give it a K. I feel like I really don't want too much going on, that I can't,
Wait, eating during sex or like before?
Oh, I thought we was talking about using items during sex.
Hold
My
that
bad.
thought. We're gonna come back to that. I like your energy. She only had one drink.
My bad.
No, we coming back to that. Listen, that's
I
what
thought we was talking about edible arrangements.
You know what?
In the bed.
I haven't been big on that, but I mean, thank you.
Cause I don't mind it, but.
And we still giving her a $5 tip.
Don't give me no $5 tip.
Don't bring no greasy shit in the bedroom. I don't want wings and all that. We need to eat that in the kitchen.
Bruh.
Don't have wing, but lemon pepper, all lemon pepper sauce. The sprinkles of lemon pepper all on my leg.
Oh no!
Crab, I don't want nothing
And crab
fishy.
put
Yeah, no
oil
seafood.
and shit.
Yeah, no buttery shit and oil.
Oh, we're gonna come back to that. All right, so we're gonna come back to this because it's so. I have so many questions. All right, what's something that you would eat or somebody else could eat and you like? Nah, don't kiss me, don't touch me with those lips, or you gotta wash your hands. Or would you guys have any one of those things?
Yeah, saucy shit. Like I'm talking about, mild wing, hot wing. Don't.
And then when they kiss you after they done ate down a flat.
Yeah,
All right. A side note, y'all flats or drums?
I'm drums.
I'm flats.
I'm a drum girl.
Really?
That's why. I'm a flat
Both of
person.
y'all? Oh,
I'm
flat,
drums.
one flat and your drums. Mm-hmm. I thought all women said flats.
No. And it works if we got some wings and we wanted to split them. It works because I'm gonna eat all the flats. She gonna eat all the
And
That's why
drums.
they got their own show.
I'm not opposed to eating flats, but my favorites are drums. I don't go ordering wings, but like, can I get all drums? No, it is what it is.
I've seen girls
like
that do that, and
meat.
it's like-
I will
like
say
meat.
get all flats sometimes, but most of the
I'm a drum
time
girl, though.
I'll just go ahead and I won't be too
Yeah.
particular.
Okay,
Plus,
so
most of the time too, they change the price when you do that.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, y'all gonna add
It'll be a
$10
little bit
on for
extra.
drums. Like, you want chicken or not? All right, going back to the sauciness.
Okay.
All right, so y'all not kissing with the saucy fingers, with the barbecue, with the sweet baby rays on the fingers.
I mean, what you mean? I mean, where are we when we doing this kissing with these sweet baby rays?
In my bed when I gotta wash up.
Who's eating hot wings in bed?
Thought you said bringing it to the bedroom.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
we on
no,
another
I said,
topic now?
no, I said snacks that ruin sex, and she took it to the bedroom. Like, who's eating hot wings in the bed anyway?
Them Instagram folk who be laying pallets down and be having crab legs and stuff at the foot of the bed.
What is it called
You
when they
seen
sit
that?
up there
I've
and
seen
eat in front of you?
What you talking about?
What is it called when you doing the video and they
Oh, the
smack it?
ASMR.
Oh, the ASMR, like food
You talking about the
junkies, like the food
sounds and
porn and
stuff?
stuff.
Yeah, but what else is it?
It's
called,
ASMR, but
it's another word for it.
I don't know.
it's like food porn, but I don't know the actual term. But I know ASMR.
Mosh pit? No,
I don't know.
I can't think of the name.
Don't
of it.
Google it because I know you at this point. With the phone, with the life. Anyway, what you got? What you got?
Mukbang. Mukbang.
Mukbang?
Yes, they sit there and they eat, the stuff in front of you, like the sound and all that. It's mukbang,
That's different, but I mean, to each his own. I learned to say that. To each his own.
and they slopping and the noise and all that. Like
I like that noise, but just not listening to you on food though. That's a little different.
Like,
It's a little
stop
different.
smacking. Your mama taught you better than that.
Like, who raised
I don't know.
you?
Maybe like onions.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's understandable. Like if we were at 2 Urban Licks and you just happen to have like the salmon chips,
Yeah, I don't
and you
mind
give me a
certain
kiss.
stuff.
I mean,
yeah,
it's okay, but I prefer.
Okay.
I mean, that's because we're together doing it, but not like you're coming to visit and I open the door and the first thing you do is kiss me, and I'm like, the fuck? You had some red onions? Like that's you ain't had no like Listerine in the car.
Okay,
In the whole
that's
bag?
fair. That's in the whole bag.
that's fair.
And she ain't got sneaky links,
I don't, but I do have a bag in the car
just in case.
just in
Yeah,
case I
prepare-
don't make it home tonight.
All right, Jaheim.
Okay.
What was I about to say? I guess for me, it'd probably be like I'm not a smoker, so a person that does smoke, I could taste it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm a weed smoker. So
It
you gonna taste
depends,
that,
though.
You gonna taste that loud.
Yeah, it depends. Well,
It depends
that's what I'm
because
saying.
some
It
people
depends.
can
that smoke
carry
weed.
a smoke even when it comes to breath, it's different.
Yeah.
Well, you have some people who, I don't know how they do it. They can smoke and you would never know or taste it.
Yeah.
But some people,
I've experienced that too.
It's me with the cigarette smoke and black and mild smoke. I don't really like the smell. I don't like nobody smoking either one of those in my house. But I'll smoke hookah and weed in my house.
Well, it's not even a smell. It's more for a taste for me
taste,
because
right.
like,
Yeah.
it's a taste for me. I mean, obviously, like when you go out in the clubs or you go to a place where people want to smoke, like that's the one thing I hate about having locks, because I could take my clothes off, take a shower, but washing your hair and then going to sleep, and like dreads, locks get hella heavy, and then it's a task to dry them. It's like, I just want to go to sleep. It's 3:00 in the morning. I got to get up at 6. Like,
Right.
but I sacrifice myself for the sake of the club. But you know what I'm saying, my sleep. But you have that situation where you just know you're gonna smell like smoke. But me, it's a smell thing. It's a taste thing for me. Like, I'm real big on taste. And then I guess when certain things secrete through the woman's body, you can say certain things. I guess it's no different from a man too.
It's no different with us eating pineapples. And right. Or
Do you believe in that?
healthy.
You
I
believe in
believe
that?
it. Well, mine's gonna taste right regardless of whatever.
I want to quote the baby, but I don't want that. I don't want that karma.
You can quote it.
What, it tastes like water?
Aquafina.
Not
Fiji.
Aquafina. No.
Fiji.
Give me some alkaline.
No, I meant
Don't give me
Fiji.
alkaline.
No, I know. I just said
Essentia.
it's wet like an aqua.
Core.
Right. Secretions.
Hate that word.
Secrete. Yeah, that's a weird word, right?
It really
There's
is.
no way you can. The secretions, this tastes so
my
good. Man.
God, secretions. It do sound bad. It sound like a sea urchin. Like something that belong in the ocean.
Sea creature. I got you. I'm with you. See, I don't smoke, but I have weed. I have weed moments.
I'm like, what? But yeah, I get it. Like, okay.
I broke that down.
That was a slow moment for me. I didn't get it.
No, that was a slow. You had to have a slow moment to get it.
For real, you really did.
I mean, so it kind of works in reverse sometimes like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I play on both sides. Just, y'all, no offense. You know what I'm saying with that when it comes to that. I don't know.
So I agree to smoke, and I have tasted someone who did coke, and my lips went numb. So
he did coke, and how'd your lip go numb?
Because coke, I guess, has a numbing effect.
Well, how does he?
Because he had
But
it
he
in his
sniffed
mouth.
it.
He had it in his mouth.
Oh, he
had
did it. He did the teeth thing. Because I was about to say you supposed to be snorting.
Why,
that.
why he put it in his mouth though? Like, why did he do that? I'm not a coker.
I
I don't
know.
know.
This
I
is
guess
not
the
a
taste,
coker.
the flavor of it.
right. Or maybe it was some remnants.
I thought that was just something they did in the
The movies?
In the movies. They're like,
No.
You know, being in the business for a while, it's a lot. You run across a lot of people that do coke in restaurant.
yeah.
And stuff.
And some people do it recreational. I don't
Right.
judge nobody
But yeah, so
on
that's
what they do, long as you ain't long as you can handle what you're doing.
Me personally, I like to say that, but I also know me, and the mother of my kids is not going to be somebody that does coke because it's fun. I just can't see it.
Right.
And
What if it's once a month?
that's once too many times for me.
What if it was once every 6 months?
It's once too many times for me. You
Understood.
say once a year, once every 2 years. It's still
One time is too many.
Yeah,
I get it.
because and I'm sensitive to it because I come from a family on both sides where people have had their struggles with substance abuse.
Me too.
And like as I said, I barely drink, and obviously I drink. I'm drinking here. I'm in my home, but one, I drive for a living, and then it's always been conditioned. I always been that guy to be the designated driver because everyone knows I drive for a living. Secondly, if I were to do anything, it would probably be weed, but I know how the effect is still criminalized.
Right.
And what I do, like I get hair samples taken. I'm not losing my job because I'm not losing my income based on, I don't have an edible.
What
or
if somebody
smoke.
ain't got? What if you ain't got nothing to lose? What if you ain't got nothing to lose?
If I had
like
nothing
you run
to
your
lose,
own business.
I still wouldn't smoke. I probably would do edibles, if anything.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I can't smoke it. I cannot smoke.
I'd rather smoke it because I have to have that aroma.
It's different high. Are you like the
I like the
actual come with it?
aroma. I like the natural mystic. I like the me rolling up. I like the breaking it down. I like the smell.
So you
it.
like the whole ritual of it
I
all.
like the whole
See,
thing.
I can't do that because it's the high hits me too fast. And I can smoke and then I'm out like this. edible, you have a little pinch, you sit back and it's very calm.
See, that's with me. I'm never.
I can
I'm
do
never a
Edibles are
pinch.
so tricky though.
They are
very tricky.
and I'm not a
this ain't
pincher.
nothing. The next thing, pop.
They're very
I'm
tricky.
not
What's
a pincher.
happening, man?
I don't pinch on nothing. I don't inch or pinch. I'm gonna have to go all in.
I can't.
The funniest moment I experience I have with edibles. I've never done an edible, but I've seen people experiment with edibles. And the thing is, like when they're trying to do the at home thing and they don't get the quantity right, and I seen two homegirls. They got high. They were high for like 18 hours.
Oh no.
And I came over. I forgot I was doing something. They asked me to do something like some manly stuff. Hey, move this over there. I need help with this, manly stuff. And then we sit down on the couch and they're like, they fall into this wormhole. And it's so funny when people get high, they fall into weird wormholes and they try to invite you. And it's like, I'm not in the same matrix.
Wow.
We on two different operating systems. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like when an Android texts an iPhone. It's just, you get the text, but it's going to come through a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Team Android.
Gang. I'm changing though. I'm changing religions. For the sake of pictures, I want to be a bad chick. But anyway, they tried to invite me to DJ Vlad interviews. They were just watching all these DJ Vlads.
Okay.
And it was DJ Vlad and Law and Order Marathon. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't see it the way you guys do right now. and like they were on the let's go stand in the grass with barefoot and just feel the energy from the trees. I'm good with that, but I can't mix that with conspiracy on top of anti-government conspiracy strings on a board. But it's all the same conversation. They were there.
Yeah,
and
you just weren't.
Yeah, it's like I'm just let y'all have that, buddy.
Exactly.
And then it's just, I'm sorry. It's like, it was like looking at I guess like animals in a safari. It was funny. It was funny.
I bet it was 18 hours.
Yeah, and they told me because like they both had two different moods when they announced it that they were high for 18 hours. So one was like they were a little mad that they were high for that long. It's like I had shit to do. I don't want to be like this, but I can't go anywhere like this because it's just gonna be it's gonna end bad for me. And the other person, like, yeah, girl, I am loving it. Like, put Law and Order on. I like the way it's something about like this feeling. I like the way Ice-T talked to people, and I knew he did it. Like I knew he did it. I want to hear that dun dun.
Oh my God.
She was that one. I'm sitting like, yo, y'all funny right now.
That would have been me too. That probably would have been me.
Yeah.
But it's annoying because at some point in time when you on that high, your brain reverts back to you being sober. It's like, man, I'm fucked up. Oh, but I do like the way Ice-T said that. And you just like
For real.
I do like that.
That is hilarious.
I understand.
Oh man. And I don't know what type of mood I was in that day, but I kind of felt like picking with him. So what I ended up doing, I started we'll have something we agree on, and I'll still be antagonistic, just to challenge them to see their point.
Right.
Yeah, see if you how hard you can ride. Yeah, I started trolling, and I guess this has become a thing with me and other people. I'm like king follow-up question. I learned that people don't like follow-up questions. Once you get to like the third follow-up question, people get upset.
Okay.
But also like in dating, right? I'm assuming you guys have been on dates with fuckboys. They give surface level answers.
I haven't dated in so long.
If they surface level, I ain't fucking with them.
Yeah.
Because
there's nowhere to go after that. Like you said, there's no follow-up. It's just like.
But you've been in a conversation with like say for instance, like,
dating,
what do you do for a living? Like, what do you do for fun? It's like, man, I do so many things I can't even explain it. It's like so much. Like what though? Like, what do you like?
I mean, whatever
I like, whatever, just whatever my vibe is.
Yeah.
How do you put that on a Christmas board? Like that's what I mean.
no specifics. It's just very bare bone. Just like
it's very vague and like it's never too specific.
I hate people that don't speak with the clarity.
Right. Yeah,
that's become. Well, yeah, that's always been a thing for me. I hate people that talk in circles. I hate a person that can't definitively say what they want. I go back to this point where my friend was telling me like I'm so black and white, but it really is that easy for me. If you go to the drive-thru, you know if you want a number one, number two.
Right.
It shouldn't be that hard.
You should know what you want before you get there, and even if not,
take your ass inside so you can study the menu.
Yeah, like only time I do that is if I'm at a restaurant I've never been to, and I'm like, okay, and then even too sometimes I pre-look.
Yeah, but then
so it's like
you ask for recommendations. You do stuff, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, but you put that same ideal in dating. Like, all right, there are certain situations where you don't know what you like until you're exposed to it. But there's a general theme. If you had a certain level of experience, or I won't even just chalk it up to age, but if you identify situations what you don't like, you kind of know what you want. Or somewhere, you know what neighborhood to shop in. You know what neighborhood you're gonna shop. You know what type of neighborhood you're comfortable living in.
Right.
You should know what type of neighborhood you're comfortable, searching your dating pool in. Like I'm not a person like time for me. It's time for me. What were we talking about? Foods that ruin sex?
At first, yeah, and then we kind of segued into this.
Segues.
Yeah, because we talked about
edibles. Oh, that's how we got to edibles. See, it all makes sense.
Talked about smoking and coke, and then
I ain't that drunk, y'all.
Down to other. Yeah, see, I made that. That's a different mix.
Oh, that's the juice. That's the juice mix.
It's
$5 tip.
It's not a juice mix. It's just that because I am conscious, and I remember you saying that you don't drink much, so I didn't put that much in that.
I hope you weren't light-handed on mine.
I wasn't.
She got all the faces.
I wasn't like
you a walking gift, yo.
I cuts up.
She really does. All the like gifts. Even though people like we're Virgos and we can. I'm more introverted. I guess I'm an observer. I'm gonna watch your ass. That's what I'm gonna do. But she's more.
I'm gonna watch you still. My head stay on the swivel.
That's still Virginia side.
It is.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna maneuver, work the room.
What the Atlanta side do?
I don't know. We just watch her ass.
She probably more. She more laid. I mean, and I could be laid back, but I'm gonna still watch the room, and then I'm still gonna network a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna work the room. That's just my energy.
Okay. I turn mine on and off. Like I'm really introverted, but if I know I'm gonna be in a social situation, I force myself to talk.
That's what I had to do as a bartender.
Okay.
Bartending is acting.
Say it again.
It's acting.
Really?
You have to be a chameleon. Certain people I wouldn't normally talk to.
You got a stage name?
Chameleon with a K. I'm on high, just in different climates.
And her best friend is Caramel.
KK.
With a K.
No, but I mean, going back since it's like we were on bar things. That's because I am an introvert. I just know to get my money, I'm gonna have to step outside of my comfort zone. And there's certain patrons that you want to be likable, personable with everybody because that's how you up your tip.
Right.
So, I mean, I have to act maybe one way with one person and one way
Use
with
your phone
another.
voice?
What phone? No, I ain't never done that.
No? You ain't got a phone voice?
I mean, I've been told that my phone voice is kind of like a sexy voice. I mean, because I don't talk on the phone much, but it's like.
Oh, you an only texter? You an only texter?
No, I talk every now and again, but I just don't like to.
Why? I usually hear men say
because I'm somewhat petty. I need a receipt, so I'm gonna pull it up, so it's easy for me to keep track.
Who said what? Somewhat petty, though. That's funny.
That's very petty. Sis.
I mean, so because if you say something, I can
but I'm the same petty. I'm the same petty.
My memory is really bad.
Not even so that.
Bad.
People try to renege on what they do and what they say.
I got shit from 2018.
I don't believe in recording people. I think that's very sneaky and and conniving. So I do get it having the paper trail of you like, look, I can. Yes, you did. This is what you said. This is what you did. This is what you. People act like they forgot.
Yeah, I haven't had to do it in a while.
Like
but
I'm gonna pull up at such and such time, or we're gonna do XYZ, or
say somebody disrespected me, and then like, oh, you know, I want that bad. I ain't say all that. You know, the bitches you did. Because what you had said was scroll.
See,
We start scrolling.
sometimes it's not to
screenshots.
incriminate nobody, but basically, like I said, my memory is really bad. So let's say like tonight.
Yeah.
Like I've gone through the week. Let's say we planned this weeks ago. I'm like, shit, he did mention this. Let me go up. You know. Just,
okay, yeah.
It's just a log for me.
Yeah.
For some time. But if I do want to be petty, yeah.
Well, see, what I learned, I have a very good memory I have a good memory for conversations. I'll forget a person's name, and I'm bad with remembering numbers. Like with certain numbers, you would think I'm dyslexic until I have to sit down and focus and like write the stuff out. But if you say, let's say the 17th is on a Monday. If you tell me the 17th, I might forget. But if you say next Monday, I got it. That's just how my memory works. But so I feel you in that regard. But as far as like conversations, is that something that you pull up more receipts on men or women?
Most time on
Probably
men.
men, I think. On men.
What about you, Z?
Men.
Men. What are men saying via text to incriminate themselves?
Like
That
I
was
said, all
just
the
a
time
friend?
it's not necessary.
That's just my play cousin. I ain't say that was my cousin. I said that was my play cousin.
Because on January
Oh,
1st,
God.
2017, you said her name was Bianca and that she lived here. No, you wrong. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? And I don't know if I've never had receipts put on me via text message because I have a good memory about conversation what I said. Unless it was a number involved, like you said the 17th and 19th, and I got those mixed up. I'm good for that. But if I put it on my calendar, I'm good. But everything else, like another thing too, I'm a bad liar. It's too much effort to lie. So I just rather tell you the truth, and if you deal with it or not.
Yeah.
So
That's
my
maturity too.
I've always been like that though. I don't know.
Yeah,
guess
I
I've
don't
been
got
like that.
time. Like I mean, not saying I don't give a fuck how people feel, because I do, but I'm gonna say what I need to say, how I need to say it, and I'm always gonna keep it real. So I can't be worried about how you gonna accept it and how you gonna take it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you real, you
That's
gonna
unnecessary
respect my
stress for you.
gangster, and we're gonna keep it moving. Like, but if not, you are gonna keep taking things personal. I'm probably not the person for you, because I'm definitely not gonna sugarcoat anything.
Okay. I'm glad you brought. We went into that. Are you both dating, or I know you said you're not with anybody, but are you not dating, not looking, or just like whatever comes?
I'm slating, sleeping and dating.
You say I only love my bed and my mama. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm slating.
I've gone out with the friend as friends because I know me.
Did
like
he know
I said,
he was friend?
Yeah. We set it up that way.
Okay.
So the other night went to a tribute to Duke Ellington, and it
Without
was
me.
I mean, I
I
didn't
could have
know.
been at the. I
That's
could have
you
been.
got
I
don't
could've
do
been in the
things
back-
without
I
her. You
could've
gotta
been in
run
the
this by. You gotta run it
I
by.
could have been in the back table. I ain't had to
This is
interfere
last
with that
episode of
day.
Straight No Chaser.
Yeah, I ain't had to be at that table. I could have been making sure she good.
Yeah, I mean, because I know me. Like I said, I create these little scenarios, so we're just gonna go out as friends or whatever happens. It'll be
You have to
organic.
pre-produce it.
It'll be organic.
Okay.
From because I have anxiety. It'll hop in there and like you try to plan something with me, and then I'm like, nah, I'm good. So let's just hang as friends and let that happen. If I get comfortable with you, then maybe we can talk about having a title as dating. But I go out with friends.
Sometimes things move really fast, though. Like I said,
Depending on what you're drinking.
definitely depending on what I'm drinking and smoking. For smoking and drinking, I'm a little bit more friendlier. You rather.
We would all rather.
Yeah. But sometimes it's like,
Random question, but it's also stupid. And this
go
is
ahead,
like,
bring it to me.
do you take your glasses off during sex or after?
Oh yeah, I usually wear contacts, so these just usually ain't even ever on. I'm trying to get my eyes a break these, for a couple weeks.
Okay.
Birthday week coming up, probably next week. I still have them on. If I'm at the pool or something, I'll
It is
throw them
about to be
on
Virgo
working
season.
out.
I know so many Virgos.
Yeah,
We're the best.
We lit.
We the best.
Y'all get me the most trouble historically.
We're enablers. We're enablers.
That makes sense.
So we want to make sure everybody's taken care of. We want to make sure you like what you do. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to let you do what you do. I can't judge nobody. Only God can judge.
Never. You do what you want to do.
Clearly, you have not been on the internet.
Your secret is safe with me.
I just feel like, and we loyal as hell.
Too loyal to a fault.
Yeah. My mama
I
always
expect
told me.
two Virgos to say that.
My mama
We
told
are.
me.
We're
My
very
mama
loyal.
told me loyalty was gonna be the death of me. Like somebody gonna somebody you're gonna be too loyal one day. It's just gonna be too much for somebody. She told me that.
Oh, the reason why I was bringing up the dating. So, the way you communicate with people, and you said you have anxiety, and you have to basically know what you're getting yourself into, and you said people have to be understanding that you're gonna say what you're gonna say, and they have to deal with it, right? What would you have you guys identified your toxic trait, if any?
I ain't got no toxic trait.
You found that toxic trait quick.
I'm perfect.
I mean, Virgos, we are though. That I mean, that's true. Next.
What's toxic?
Oh man! All right, if you talk to exes, what would you say their biggest problem with you is?
Stop going around telling everybody you fuck with me because that's the past. I'm a new me now.
Yo. Oh, go ahead.
Like
go
you said,
ahead.
I'm loyal. That's probably one of my things. I always. I mean, I'm loyal to. Let me see. If I'm trying to, maybe I don't have the word for it.
You have the word for it. Because they're perfect.
We are. And nobody was even created perfect besides us.
That's true.
Ugh.
True.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
I don't
Anyway.
think I have a toxic trait though.
You don't.
Yeah,
Okay.
true.
Have you noticed
I'm trying to. I can't think of one anyway. I'm sure it's something there, but
have you noticed a pattern in the type of people you date that's problematic? A particular type of personality or a trait?
At certain times, I feel myself like if we have tell each other stories or like what we've been through, I sometimes gravitate to similarities of pain, and I'm trying to, even though if I might be trying to heal or have already healed from it, I'm trying to fix somebody else.
Oh, okay.
So I can find that that's my toxic trait when it comes to relationships.
I was about to say I'm controlling.
And very
I'm controlling.
And I'm very controlling just as
I mean,
well.
that's your analytical side. But nah, there's different levels. There's different types of controlling. So you have to. So this is where my follow-up question comes in. What type of controlling would you classify yourself as? Like, are you the person you go on vacation, you make your itinerary, like this is what we're doing, this is what we have to do to maximize our day and the quote unquote fun, or is it where you at, where you going, you ain't checking in with me during lunch hour, you always call me at 2:00 and you can call me at 2:00 where the fuck you been? What's her name? I'm gonna be that. Which. What type of controller are you?
No, I'm not that controlling. I mean, in turn, like the itinerary type person, because I'm anxious. I have to know what's going on. I have to be in control of everything. You're not gonna surprise me. You think you will, but you
Do you
won't.
hate surprises?
I love surprises, but I have yet to be surprised because the person I am, I'm gonna research. I'm gonna find out somehow.
Okay.
I don't know how to relax.
I'm usually the person surprising somebody else.
I wish I could
It's
be
hard
surprised.
for me to be surprised too. Like even now for my birthday, I'm trying to plan shit. It's easy for me to plan for somebody else,
Not for you.
but it's
yeah.
hard for me to plan for myself.
That's
Maybe
my
we should
writing
plan
style.
for each other.
Can we do that?
Maybe we should do that.
hate
Plan for
y'all.
each other.
Let's do that, sis, because
Ugh.
I really need to. We need to come up with some shit quick, and I need to let people know what they want to do, and vice versa.
Gross.
Yeah,
You're not.
Gross.
He's not invited.
Gross.
you want to be. You gonna be out 2 weeks in a row.
All right, so you're a fixer. You're emo. You're a little bit of emo and fixer.
I'm a fixer too, though. Too. I mean, it's sad too.
It's a solution
Because it
to
stresses
everything.
me out. It stresses me out.
It really does, but it's a solution to everything. I feel like so.
What are you trying to fix in a person, or both of you? Like,
It don't even have to be the person itself. It could be a situation you tell me about, but I'm gonna try to research things to help you out, even though I'm suffering on it.
but you would do that for same thing. You would do that for a friend, same
I
way,
would
like
do
a
it
person,
for anybody,
you care
which
about.
is bad because it's not taking
can't-
time
yeah,
to
okay.
myself. Yeah,
Okay.
I put myself on the back burner to make sure that you're okay.
And I'm definitely
Oh,
a
okay.
financial fixer. That's my problem. I give too much.
You give money, or you like try to put people in motion to make the plays.
Both.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
like
make
how
sure.
you got
Yeah,
support, 'cause
it's
you must
gonna be
hurt-
both.
you got
I mean,
hurt
she's a
sores.
natural born hustler though.
Yeah.
So I mean, she knows plenty avenues to get things.
It's gonna be
She-
both.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
set you up, or either it's gonna be an immediate need, or if you can wait, I'm gonna make sure you straight in long term, so you ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Because
Because that's the goal. We don't want to keep like falling on our face, do we?
Right.
Yeah. We want to grow from it, and we want to continue to prosper and have everything in abundance. So that's my thing for people. Trying to figure out that problem.
So
Is why you want to keep going merry-go-round and then...
So you're a hustler that likes everything in abundance.
Yeah.
How many PPE loans did you get?
1. Should have been more. I could have been a scammer like you guys out here.
Oh, I've been a drug dealer and a scammer in my head. So many times it's like, yo, it's right there. It's right there. I know the play.
In that drug dealing world, I really had to let go because I can go home and make a play right now and get everybody straight. But it's like, I just don't want to continue to be...
let me see your phone. I'm going to put my contact in.
Okay. There you go. Which phone do you want?
That's what I'm talking about.
I got 2 phones.
One for the plug and one for the load.
Both of them.
But that's my thing. We got to figure out, like, to me, I just don't want to keep... I don't want to keep looking over my shoulder. I cannot live like that.
Right.
Oh, from a financial standpoint of like...
Not only from financial, but in a drug dealer standpoint. Like, you always got to make sure, you're good. Like, somebody, it's always some reason to look over your
that door
shoulder.
can get kicked in any time when you live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
How...
And it's either going to be...
Did you experience that to grow out of it, or was it just like... What was your epiphany?
My epiphany is one of my major epiphanies is that since my mom was out in the streets and she was an addict.
Oh, it's in you, not on you.
Yeah, so it's like I felt bad. I used to feel some type of way about the people that used to give it to her. It used to be cousins, uncles, So I had to realize like that's what I'm out here doing. It's somebody's mom, dad, cousin, sister, brother.
Yeah.
So at the same time, like, I'm enabling still.
Yeah.
I'm still got that enabling heart. So it's like, sometimes you got to draw the line. Like, do I want to keep doing this? I mean, even though the money is amazing, I had to get to a certain point where I was like, nah, yeah, it's time to stop. It's time to invest this in something else and, like, literally.
Put that hustle mentality to something legal.
Yeah.
Something that you can, right.
Yeah, and stop playing with fire because that's what you're doing.
Well, one thing I will say, and this is not being an advocate for drug dealers, but I find that drug dealers are the best entrepreneurs if they get out of it because they know re-up inventory,
numbers,
price points, competition,
and we already got the
psychology.
clientele. We just got to switch it up to whatever we're doing.
Yeah, and it will also the alleged drug dealers I know.
Them fake ones.
No.
If they allegedly.
No, they real ones. I'm just.
Oh, yeah. We didn't put anybody right.
They're fluid. Whereas like certain people, specifically people that go to school, right? You train to become specialized in one area. And if that one market dries up, like this is kind of like when people used to have factory jobs. When the factory moves to another place, you're displaced. Your whole country, your whole city, and the town goes down because you only worked in one place and area. Whereas entrepreneurs, they're more fluid. Like last year I was selling T-shirts. Next week I'm selling shoes. Week after I'm doing hair. Might be doing all three next week. You might have might be selling T-shirts and doing baby pictures, back to school pictures. That's one thing I will respect out of people that hustle like that and they got honest. And for me, that really upsets my anxiety because you encounter so much failure. I think that upsets a lot of people that like the fixed income or the corporate structure. But but it's a different psychological muscle that you have to exercise to work that way.
Absolutely, because you just never know from day to day or from week to week or from month to month actually. Yeah. Like what's gonna happen and what's gonna go on, and business always fluctuates. That's even with the higher corporations. Like it's never gonna be the same. So yeah, you just never know. You just gotta. The key is just not to quit and not to give up. Because once you do that, then you done already failed. You ain't gonna have nothing coming in.
Who's your favorite hustler? Soulja Boy.
Probably.
Hey, don't sleep on Big Draco.
That album, man.
No, one of my favorite is between Master P and Jay-Z because they took their street knowledge. I
would have to go P.
I would too.
Definitely P because
I
do anything. Like I sell shit out my trunk all the time. So definitely P. But I can't knock the way they both, like, as business mindset people, like, they didn't stay like, okay, him and Damon Dash ain't work out. He might did a little bit of shady shit to get him out of that deal or whatever he did, but if you look at who's doing better right now.
All right, I'm glad we were. I don't know how we keep running into these situations, but that's another thing too. There's a situation. I guess from anybody that's like savvy when it comes to politics and reading the room, you see you going so far with a person, and the part where you're trying to go here, they can't necessarily navigate that room because they only operate from here on down. And you have to analyze the situation, say, I have to get rid of this person in order for me to go to the next level. Do you think that was an assessment of what Jay would have made with Dame?
Possibly, but I could talk about something we just did. There was something I brought to her. She just wasn't ready to take that step. I'm not going to abandon her because she wasn't ready to take that step. Like, it's still loyalty in this thing that you should still hold on to, and that's what I don't agree with as far as what Jay-Z did to Dame, because Dame is a very intelligent person.
Absolutely.
Like,
I love listening to him. His messaging is harsh to deal with at times, but the message is there.
But it's real.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just like disconnect yourself with somebody that got you to where you are, or that y'all came that far together. Yeah. Like that was wrong as fuck.
And you don't see the vision at that time. Everybody not gonna see it at the same time.
You gotta be patient.
Also, you alluded to one person is looking like this, another person is looking like they're down here. It's kind of like you see a couple break up, and then one person's looking better after the breakup. So you kind of have a tendency to side with the person that's looking better after the breakup, where the other person could have been just as right, or even they could have been in the right, but they've been sabotaged. You think there's a little bit of that there, maybe?
Most definitely.
Because some people would say Dame sounds extremely bitter, but also you say he has a right to be bitter, right?
Yeah, he's not at all bitter. I mean, he just talking the truth about how he's. You can't tell somebody how to feel once they've been cut out of something.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that. Like, everybody has their right and their opinion to feel how they feel, and most definitely he's talking truth and realness. And you see, Jay-Z don't talk about that much because usually the person that's the most silent is the corporate. He don't even address it.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of fault there.
You guys have this amazing chemistry in which you guys almost finish each other's sentences in certain pockets of conversation, right? How do you disagree with friends, hold them accountable without it being an argument?
Straight up.
Right, and lead with love. If you know my character, you know I would never do anything to, mess up what we have, especially when it's
when it's like
but I'm saying in friendship period.
Okay.
Like, if I'm your friend, I'm your friend. I'm loyal. I told you I'm loyal. I'm very loyal.
To a fault, like we said.
Yeah, so, I mean...
And that schedule going to be on point.
It is.
Stick by it.
Yeah. You just lead with love and lead with grace and stuff like that.
And just keep it real.
People are supposed to be with you. They're going to be with you regardless.
How many times have you had a friend confront you and they haven't addressed you properly to get in order? You could have been right, you could have been wrong, but sometimes the approach will make things go left.
Also, it depends on. Let me just say this, because I dealt with this with one of my sisters, that we still kind of ironing things out, and it's nothing that.
It's worse with family.
It's worse with family, but at the same time, it's like some people feel like they don't ever do anything wrong.
That's what I have a problem with.
And it's like they always think that.
It's narcissism mixed with
it's their way or the highway, and it also depends on how somebody was raised. She was raised as like an only child.
That's even worse.
It's all about her.
Yeah.
So it's like I was raised with. I got 6 brothers and sisters on my mom's side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share this on the podcast. 30 on my dad's side.
Damn.
So.
Oh, he ain't believe in condoms. He
ain't believe in nothing.
They itch, bro.
He believed in the Lord when he became a preacher, but that's a long story too. Everybody got to change their life around. But to me, it's just like you can't stay in that mode of, just seeing things from your view, because like y'all looking at me right now, I can't see me. I can only see what I can see. I can't see anything else. So when somebody is coming to you real and saying, you know what, you move wrong with me, you can't deny that. Right. You can't ignore that. You can't like overlook it. You need to address it. Because that's how things get resolved properly.
And teach me how to address you. If I didn't address you the right way, let me know.
Oh, that's letting me know I can't never address you. And that's a problem in itself.
Right. I mean, well, if a person can never address you, we can't be friends.
Right.
Yeah, because if you're never going to be wrong, like, we never going to have a conversation. Because I know for me personally, even relationships, friendships, business situations, you have to be willing to have uncomfortable conversations with me, either telling me I'm wrong or me telling you wrong. And there's never going to be a situation where I'm going to disrespect you, but there's going to be a situation where you can't walk on eggshells around me and tip around in the subject where it's the elephant in the room, because that irritates me even further.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know, that's weird.
And address it head on. Like, and time can play a big difference in things too. If there's a problem right now, let me know about it. Don't, like you said, tiptoe around me and then a week later think you want to address it. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
What's the biggest difference between men and women and how they disagree that you guys find? Well, I
don't see no difference. Niggas just as petty.
No, it's different types of petty though. Case in point, I had a girlfriend. We were dating, and she was the type to be mad about something that happened at 3 p.m. And she would wake me up at 2:15 in the morning to have the conversation.
No, the fuck you not.
And that was my point. Don't talk to me right now.
Tell your ass to bed, because if not, I'm gonna put you to sleep. And I don't mean that in the
No, I understand, because I know sometimes in certain situations I have to assess the situation. Was I wrong? Because I don't want to come off as flippant. I don't argue. I do not argue with people. I do not do that.
That was the actual girl I was talking about. That's the only time I've been in a relationship with a person I argue with.
I do not argue.
That's the only person.
So, like, if you need a little time to sit back and try to, like, okay, maybe I was wrong, because I do a lot of introspection. You know, I do a lot of things and see where I was wrong first.
It speaks to your emotional intelligence, where you that's your analytical side. We're like, maybe I was wrong, maybe I didn't see it this way, and then you come back and forth. Okay.
Right. And I see, well, you know what? I do understand your point now, like that. But yeah, what you're not gonna do when we had this argument at 3, wake me up at 2:00 and think we're gonna talk about it. Oh no.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to explain to her. Like, just give a little bit more backstory on it. She wasn't driving. I taught her how to drive. Like, I don't know if you ever dealt with somebody that's from New York. No. Like, some people from New York that, like, they either drive crazy or they don't drive at all because of the public transportation, right? She didn't know how to drive, so I had to teach her how to drive, and then she had a kid. Her kid, I stayed in Norcross. Kid and her job were in Midtown, like Little 5 Points. So I had to drive there in the morning, which means I lost an extra hour of sleep. Drop the kid off to daycare. It's not my kid, be a stepdad. Drop her off at work, then go back to Norcross where my job was.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
You good. And then work 12, 14-hour days, and you want to wake me up about something that went wrong at 3 p.m.? I kill you.
I mean, and what was it? Was it a huge argument? Like, was it major, or was it something very small and minute?
Honestly, I'm not trying to hear major or minute at 3 a.m.
I'm not trying to hear none of that.
I mean, I understand that too. I was just wondering
in that particular situation, it was something small. I mean, it spoke to her as her. I want to and I'm not one of those guys that like to become the bitter ex and just like, they're a horrible person.
Right.
You were there for a reason. So where she was in her life at that point in time, everything was probably major to her. Whereas like for me, we're arguing over spilled milk.
And it does matter though what somebody been through, because some things that might be a trigger to some people, you may not realize that you're triggering them on some shit, and you looking like, yo, you tripping, like you totally going crazy off of something that's so minute and small, but to them it's a trigger.
It might, but that's where the communication comes in, where you have to understand people's triggers, and then you also have to let people know what triggers you.
Right, you have to think outside of yourself, and see where the other person is coming from. Okay, well, maybe this is why, yada, yada, yada. This is why I reacted.
And it's also take active listening. You can't just be like, you can't listen to
respond only.
Oh, my God. I can't stand people like that. Because I'm like, you ain't hearing nothing I said, because you just waiting to defend yourself. You're being so defensive. And I can't it's hard to have a conversation with somebody that's on the defense.
Right.
Yeah.
We both gotta have the white flags up. Like, look, I'm genuinely here to try to fix this. Let's see where we went wrong.
Mm-hmm. When getting back to the petty and I guess the analytical side of things, what was the biggest discrepancy that you have with men? I guess in dating, is there a consistent pattern of the same type of things or what?
What do you
That's
mean?
a hard
Say that-
one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a hard one.
You want me to go first?
Please, let me help. I need to think about that one.
In my history of dating, I put it like this. The girl I was in a relationship with for 6 years, we both came from similar family backgrounds and we both had a sports history. And the reason why I bring that up is because like when you were talking about your sister, you're trying to iron out because you were talking to a person that was an only child, it's all about them versus a person that has a large family, you think more community.
Right.
Sports teams, you learn to say, okay, I'm better at this and you're better at that, but we can make this work together. We're a team. People who have never had if they've only played individual sports or have only been only children or only know to think about themselves, they don't know how to think in that way and from a team aspect. And the women I've dated that didn't have that community or sports background, they were extremely selfish and didn't know that they were being selfish, and they were so one-sided in their thinking. And it was so problematic for me because I find myself trying to articulate so many different points. It's like, look, it's not a competition between us. We're a team. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people in this day and age, it starts out as a competition and it goes to, it's like different aspects of competition. Like I'm competing with you, like you got to compete for my attention, or I got to compete for stay here. And then you get in a relationship and you're competing like who's doing more, who's carrying more weight. Where it's like, are we advancing as a couple? I think that was the biggest thing with if I had to talk about my different exes.
Once something starts like interrupting my money flow.
Look at the bottom of this. You have fruit all on top of it.
Isn't she amazing?
Look how you did that.
Something that interrupts my money flow,
If it ain't
that's
about the
always a
money.
problem for me. So long as my money not being like compromised, I don't mind spending time. Mm-hmm. But long as it's, my money not being involved in it.
Okay.
And as long as like I said, I'm always the one. Well, no, I can't say always. But I'm not afraid
honesty.
to pick up the tab. I'm not afraid to want to say, hey, let's go here, it's on me. I'm not afraid to do that. So some women are out here just looking for somebody to only do stuff for them. Mm-hmm. I ain't never been that person because I don't want to hear shit you got to say about what you did for me.
Well, see, that goes back to the articulation, the point I was articulating as far as like the competition part, where it's like if you're friends, now we're not taking out of relationships and like men and women, but you're not really friends if you're always keeping score, right? That's how I feel about it.
Right.
Absolutely.
If you're always keeping score, it's not real friendship.
No, it's not.
Same thing in relationships. If you're keeping score, you're dealing with a very immature person, or I don't know. I guess a person that hasn't been loved properly.
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't used to shit. I done been around people
Yeah.
that ain't used to
Yeah.
nothing. I'm like, God damn, they ain't used to nothing. I can't do this shit no more.
Right.
And even with me, like when I haven't been used to something and a girl's put me on, you just show appreciation.
Right.
It's simple.
it.
It's just
It's
simple.
so simple.
It's so simple.
Even if you just say thank you.
Thank you, gratitude.
Damn.
It shows that you're outside of yourself for a minute, then realize that somebody was willing to do something for you.
Right.
Thank you.
Now I know when we talk about money, I know one situation I was in. When I was going to, I made a decision to go back to school. So at the point in time, I was working maybe 2-3 jobs, like a job and like 2 side hustles, right?
Okay, money making, Jay.
I had to pay the mortgage to take care of my brother. I said, look, and I'm a planner. When I plan things, like I lay out all the things, it's like, all right, this is what's gonna be missing. But once I get through this hard patch, this is what's gonna happen. My money's gonna double, and I have more free time. But for this next 6 to 8 months, it's gonna be fucked up.
I fucked up budget tight. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
You know,
but I laid it out to her, and I told her what my plan was, and I said the other side, and this is my biggest thing too. If we agree to it on day 1, you can't. Why are you changing up so hard on day 40? I told you what this was day 1.
Yeah, don't renege after that.
Yeah, it's like you playing. Well, you don't play spades, but if you renege on the hand, you ever seen somebody renege? No, I know. I don't play spades either. But have you ever seen people get mad at when somebody renege? It's like, oh, you gotta flip the table. Like that's how I felt. I'm like, she would have these moments where she would make plans for me on the day I'm trying to go make some money because I know it's been tight, and she was like. She want to go out on dates. And I'm like, I need to go hustle on Wednesday because I know you want to go out on Friday. We ain't talked about it, but now there's been a pattern established. And as a man, specifically the type of man I am, I hate reaching in my pocket and I can't pay for something. I'm not going to invite you out if I can't pay for it.
Right.
And the thing with her too, she would have me go to the store and not tell me she expect me to pay for it until we get to the register. And not buying things for me, but just like buying things for the I guess just for the house.
For the household, yeah.
Yeah, but let me know that because it's no worse feeling to have a thing on a conveyor belt and
you don't have it. Right.
But the only reason why I don't have it is because I'm going to school. So I can make more money to spend more time with you and then also increase my pay.
That's still about communication.
That's why I go back to my day 1. If she knew
that, then she should have never put you in a position to.
She can't help it because she's selfish.
Well,
she's not used to it. She used to thinking on her.
Yeah, but she heard what the fuck you said.
And I laid it out.
She did.
The hell.
And that's what I was saying.
We're gonna pull it out my ass.
She saw and heard it.
I'm gonna pull it out my ass.
And that's what. And then another thing I did too. I said, okay, well, if money's gonna be an issue, I'm gonna double up my work habit, and I'm just gonna sacrifice sleep, but I'm just not gonna see you as much. I don't like that. You gonna work yourself into a death. What you want?
You can't win for losing.
So just that you can't build people like that because they'll help you lose everything you got, and they'll help you build nothing.
Well, she left me.
Exactly.
She left me,
but she's looking for the next come up, the next person to do everything.
Well, if you're going back to the Jay-Z, was it Dame Dash?
Dame,
like she's married. I'm single. So on paper,
was she married when you was with her?
No.
Oh.
Look at her.
You see the eyes, right?
Oh.
No, she got married relatively quickly after we broke up.
Like she was looking to be taken care of then. She was looking to be a housewife. She was looking to be taken care of.
No, she made good money. She made good money, but the thing was, if I communicate this is what I'm going to be doing and we agree to the plan,
that's what
the plan
is.
And not even
you
that.
had boundaries and she didn't. Maybe the person she's with didn't have boundaries, or he's let her be a little bit more flexible.
Well, I will say this.
You taught her a lesson. We're always in.
That's what I was about to say. I
I
was about to say that, but at the same time, I'm gonna say this carefully because I'm not the bitter ex, but at the same time, I know what I did. There are situations where you date somebody, you know you make them better for the next person, but you would never get the credit for it. And if you say you get the credit for it, you sound like the bitter ex. And I know that she has a narrative of me that I'm the type of man that I'm not, because she only saw me in the time where I made the plan and I reduced my pay so I can make more money so I can work less. But that's her narrative of what she has with me. So that's the narrative she carries around. And if I'm being honest, that affects my ego.
Well, she shouldn't be she shouldn't be carrying around no narrative because she just need to be quiet.
I would think it would do something to your ego because you know the kind of man you are and the kind of person you were to her. So out of all the time we spent together, that's the one thing that you hold against me to make it seem like I'm less than.
The thing is, like, you ever introduce your friend and like they become friends of the couple, and then like I had a female friend and I introduced to her and they became friends, and I know she was telling her start talking about me to her, and I'm like, now my friend, thinking that hurts me. But I can't say anything because I look like the bitter ex. But it's I mean, that goes back to I guess communication and like the sticking with the plan, team and being a part of a team concept. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on my whole rant.
No, it's fine.
There is no I in team, so she need to realize that.
And she got a team now.
And if
Right,
she
she
got
got a
so
whole
much
team.
money, she should have most definitely been spitting out half or paying those household things that you needed for her to do, just to sustain you guys.
She was holding it down, but no, this is what I'll say, and I shoot a spell because I'm a fair person. When your emotions become involved, you may carry the weight that you agreed to, but you become emotional about it and you get mad about things. Mm-hmm. You just get upset and then you start lashing out and become passive aggressive or outright aggressive. But it's not fair to the person because you agreed to the plan.
100% real. That's 100% true.
Yep, I agree.
And sometimes,
I be feeling good.
And
when
like you
y'all
said,
agree
she
with
was
me.
a
I
bitch.
be making points. I ain't stupid.
no, but she was a bit selfish for not
she
sticking
was.
with
She
the
was.
plan. And not only that, she took advantage of the fact that she had the upper hand and that she was making more. So you can never make somebody feel less than, because God can take that away from you in a split second. So you never treat nobody like, most time the underdogs be the ones that's the legends. You can stick beside somebody or you not. End of story for me. Make a decision though. You can't play both sides. You can't straddle the fence.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, and I always say, if the shoe was reversed, right? If the roles were reversed, she was going back to school to put herself in a better position, and I was holding everything down. It's in society standards, that's cool because most men are looked at the
breadwinners.
The breadwinners take care of everything. And it was the first time I've ever been in that position as a man. Like, I sold my house, I moved in with her. I've never been in that position before. I'll never do that shit again. Because
You were
wouldn't.
vulnerable. You
It
were,
shouldn't.
I had drawer space. It wasn't my house.
right.
I'd never do that again. Like, I'd never do that again. Like, if I ever get to the point where we start living together again, we have to go get the place together versus because I've been on the other side of it too. The girl that want to argue at 3 a.m. she moved into my place and she said it, and I didn't understand it until I was in the next situation where I was like, oh damn, okay, I understand how she felt. It was like it wasn't her place, but you gotta have your fingerprint on the place that you're in,
Right.
versus feeling like this is my part of the house right here.
Right.
Yeah.
She needed some allocated space.
Yeah.
Well, in her case, I let her do her because I know how women are in the household. Y'all gonna pick the toilet paper, y'all gonna pick the dishes, y'all gonna pick the decor. Long as you don't mess with what I got going on as far as like what makes me feel peace, I'm cool. Because if the woman's in the house, y'all 9 times out of 10, y'all gonna make it more peaceful, more serene.
Should.
She did. She did. I was like I said, I'm fair about when I talk about people, but when you feel like a visitor, it just feels like you just feel like that.
That's not okay either.
It's not. Why are we talking about me so much? Y'all ain't come up with answers.
What was the question again?
I guess the most consistent thing that you have problems with when dealing with men.
Most consistent.
The most consistent problem, like if it's something that's have you identified a pattern in your dating history? I think that's when I alluded to.
I don't date much.
Why not? I'm not. Your anxiety
I'm used to being by myself.
Okay. I think we find your toxic trait. All right. So, are you?
I really am used to being by myself. I am.
Are you comfortable more so being by yourself because allowing somebody in means you have to change your energy the way you act?
I have to be vulnerable.
Okay.
And I'm used to just having my guard up.
Who hurt you?
No one really like.
I'm kidding.
And this probably stems from something in my past that I hadn't really just tapped into as to why I just feel so much better by myself.
Okay.
But I don't have to deal with anyone else. Personally,
And it's comforting.
but I want people. I want a nice guy in my space.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's overwhelming when they. I don't know. I have to delve more into that because there's a guy that who was very fun to me. He was like, "I'm gonna make you my wife," and I'm like, "Red flag." Like that may be how you
I've
feel.
heard that a lot, though.
I don't like
But
it.
I've heard a lot
I do
of-
not like it.
Would you consider that a gaslighting? Or what did my last guest say? Kim called it love bombing. Is that a term you're
I don't
familiar with?
know. No, I'm not. What is that exactly?
Apparently, it's like you go to the extreme. Like, was it, no? That was you that said you had an African said, "I would kill your boyfriend."
Yeah,
for
and it's
you."
like, oh my gosh, he would do that for me.
Yeah,
like
okay.
one of those
so
type
from,
things.
yeah. So from certain toxic situations, if women are like, if you're into that, you like that aggressive energy and effort. But if you're not into it, it's the opposite of things because we don't have a gray area when we how I see women judge things like stalker energy or man showing effort.
or emotions. It's a
No,
thin,
it's one or two.
No, it's
it's
a thin.
either you're a stalker, you're showing stalker energy, or you're showing that if he wants you, he gonna come for you.
Or either he's showing too much emotions, and that's
Too early. It's showing too much too early.
And
It's
that's-
like you're doing too much. That's aggressive. It's not
You think that's
stalkers,
some-
but it's aggressive.
Do you think that's something that happens that's more prevalent with Southern men, or you think that's just men today?
That was an African man.
That's
No,
sometimes
not
just.
that guy in
Oh, you
particular. I'm
mean
talking about I'm gonna make you my wife.
I feel like it's just men
Oh.
today. Honestly.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Once they see what they
Well,
want
no,
and they don't want nobody else to have it, they kind of pull all the stops out.
I don't do that. My style is a little different. My homegirl, she told me I love like a lesbian, but this,
What is that?
well, you know,
You move fast. You get to know them. Next thing you know, the U-Haul's in the driveway.
Uh-oh.
no, say I haven't done that. She says that like jokingly, but the thing is, it's like, are we doing this or are we not? Because I'm not about to waste 6 months of my life not doing anything.
Yeah.
And another thing with me too is like I don't date
got
people
you.
for the sake of having fun. I either look at you as a wife, or I can work into us building towards marriage, or
Yeah.
because that's for me, it's time and energy.
I understand that completely.
For sure.
And that's probably why I don't date, because I ain't found nobody who's worth me, because I do believe in that. Like, if I'm going to give you my energy and time, then I see you as a potential mate. Right now, I'm on the thing where I just want to have company, some form of intimacy, not sexual intimacy per se, but
Yeah, I
just
understand.
being in fellowship with somebody else, a guy.
What's your love language? What's your love language?
Words of affirmation is number one.
What about you? Same thing?
That
And I
love.
Give me some money.
And I think quality time and physical touch are tied, but words of affirmation is my number one.
Okay.
I definitely love just for somebody to be intellectually on my level. Not saying everybody's on the same level, but I
You
really
talk
like.
about the 5 love languages, right?
It's
Or you
five.
mean
I thought it
just
was 4.
well,
It's words of affirmation, affection,
quality time,
and
physical
gifts
touch,
sometimes,
gifts,
and what's the other one?
I'm just going off on a
I
different tangent
don't know
Okay.
the other one.
because I can't really.
I mean,
I can't say.
what you're
Google
saying
it.
is
If
under
you
one
Google
of
it-
those.
if
We
you
just
Google
know
it-
the
I can't
title.
say I can't connect with that.
We just know the titles of them.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
all.
like, to me, it is most definitely words of affirmation, but then it's also consistency is my thing. Like, if you are not consistent, I don't believe anything that you're saying.
Okay,
If
when you
your
say
actions-
consistent, like you need them
Acts of
physically in
service.
person. Say it again.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Okay.
I
that the
just
same
need
as
you to
gifts?
be consistent. Like, if
Okay.
you started out opening the doors, if you started out, treating me a certain way or saying
okay,
certain things,
okay.
I want you. That needs to be consistent and it needs to grow.
Okay.
If at least at best, if you're not consistent, I'm like, okay, this was just the honeymoon stage. This was only just what you was doing to get me. Now you got me. Now you done fell off.
Or like you said, like almost as a guy, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not treating me any differently than you would treat a regular girl by opening my damn door.
No,
Well,
there are
maybe
different
so.
levels to it.
Yeah,
There are
you ain't
different levels
opening.
to it.
You
So
might
it's
not be
like-
opening everybody's door.
Yeah.
Shit, might not think the
No,
whole.
they're.
I mean, my
they're
homeboys
not.
open my door for me.
Yeah, I mean that's
Some
speaks
of
to the
mine
type of
do
company
too.
you keep.
Some of
That speaks
mine
to the
do
type of
too.
company you keep. But the
But-
thing about it is like, you may not pull somebody's seat out. You may not walk on the. You know how.
Yeah,
The woman walk on the inside, the guy on the out, right?
Yeah,
All
it's
of that.
Yeah, there's certain things like that.
I make him do that.
Say it again.
I make him.
you
do
can't
that
make
part.
nobody do nothing.
No, I do.
No, you
because
can
I
make
walk
some-
on the inside.
Yeah, but
I will go on the inside. No, I'm not. You gotta see. I mean, I'm just saying in that little small sense.
and I get that.
I mean, it's different things too. As far as like, well, another thing that I've realized too is it's like I guess it goes back to how what type of decisions people make with their bodies. Some people don't look at sex as being a big thing, whereas for me, this is major.
It's major.
Or even like certain acts of intimacy. Whereas like I know with certain people, it's like even where it's one thing I noticed with people with sexual energy too is like some people don't think they can have sex as long as they're not kissing and making it more intimate.
Yeah, they say kissing is more intimate.
Right.
The actual active
Man,
sex.
you coming inside. You putting it in this intimate shit.
It really is. I don't understand that. Some people, they feel that kissing is more intimate than having sex.
Or eye contact during sex.
I don't understand that at all.
I think we move the goalposts to do the things to how can I say it? I think we move the goalposts to justify our fuck shit.
Yeah.
Essentially, the best way I can put it.
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
You absolutely do.
And I hate that for this, this generation. And it's not like I'm necessarily on a get off my lawn speech, but I've always been a relationship guy. That's why when I actually became single after my 6-year relationship, I really did not know how to date, because it goes back to me. It's like, either we are or we not. Mm-hmm. And if we not, why are you here? Why do I need to talk to you every day? Mm-hmm. Why I don't care about your day. I care about my woman's day.
Mm-hmm. Not yours.
Yeah. So that's me personally. But have you identified what you want in a partner yet? This is not a relationship podcast.
It's really not. I mean, you want to get to something fun, we can. Or you want me to answer?
It's all fun, but I also like talking of matters of the mind and digging into someone's psychological bag as well. As far as like, even like the part you was talking about, like as far as like you enjoying being single, being alone because you haven't delved into a part, but that came from a question I presented. Mm-hmm. That's why I asked certain questions. So I mean, you can't have certain conversations with everybody, because some people are going to be more elusive with their answering and they not as honest.
Right.
And you doing it sober.
Okay. That means a lot. You'll get more footage from me if I was drunk, though. But
your partner got me. She held it down.
In terms of things that I want, like character traits, I want someone who's compassionate, someone who's kind, because everyone isn't kind. All men aren't kind. So I want somebody who's thoughtful.
I don't like the aggressiveness and why you said that, why you looked at me.
Somebody who's like family oriented, and a great communicator, whether it's listening, but probably more so. I'm not a talker. I'm not a big talker at all. But yeah, someone who listens as well. I don't never get into money.
How you want somebody to listen to somebody don't talk?
I mean, because he can probably make me talk. Like you're making me talk right now. The podcast was something to make me talk. I do not talk. Like I said, I'm an observer. Mm-hmm. Everything is internalized, which is probably I give myself anxiety.
And you make 10 scenarios. Do you people watch and make people have backstories? Mm-hmm. It's fun, ain't it? It's fun, ain't it? Yeah, you got the idea. You got the imagination of an only child.
Right, and I'm not. I have a younger sister. We're 2 years apart.
Damn. Okay.
Right.
What about you, Z?
What was the question again?
You want to tell her? Tell her.
Oh, just what do you look for in a man? Or I guess
in a mate.
A mate. Yeah, I was.
Besides consistency and like loyalty and good sex, of course, because I can't be.
What is the difference in good sex between men and women for you?
If it ain't slapping,
it's kind of the same.
It ain't happy.
Well, the only thing that's not the same is the only thing is not the same as the penis, but
that's what I'm saying. I mean, but you have to learn the body, and then you also want somebody to make you climax. But there are different types of orgasms too. So,
so you gotta love to eat pussy, because if you don't, it's not even gonna be anything popping.
Okay, bye, DJ Khaled.
Bye.
Not the best. No.
I love that. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's something that gets me going. So everything else gonna flow well if you know what you're doing there.
Okay.
If you don't, it's gonna be a turn off. And if it feels like, thank you, sir. Mm. And if it feels like when it's going in, I don't feel anything, it's not gonna go any further.
What's the term? Is it size queen?
Well, there's different sizes. Some can be long and too skinny.
Oh, you a girthy guy? You a girthy guy type of guy?
I'd rather have some girth and some length.
I like how your eyebrows pop out. You say
I need girth and length.
Girth and
girth. We talked about that, I believe.
Girth
gotta feel like something. It has to be like, you gotta take my. It gotta almost take my.
That just sounds like a sturdy word, right?
Girth. It gotta have, foundation. It gotta take my breath away. If it don't take my breath away, baby, it's not going any further.
When you say take your breath away, is it like when he's sticking in, you go,
Yeah, like we said, if the dick ain't slapping, bitch, it ain't happening.
all right, so when you dealing with a female, what's the difference?
Actually, with a female, I don't really like too much of the strap on and penetration, which is weird.
Wait,
I know that sounds weird.
All right, man question. Who decides who wears the strap?
Huh?
Who decides who's wearing the strap, or you both wear the strap?
Who, with women?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Oh, I was like, well, you never
so.
know. Niggas into different shit.
I had somebody try to introduce me like, yo, that's not even the conversation, bro. Like, they ain't even on the menu.
I'm
like,
not
they
saying
don't
that I
even
wouldn't.
that's on
If they
the
wanted
page.
me to, I'm not saying that I never would try it, but I've never worn a strap.
What's it called? Pegging. Oh, you never done it to a
I've
dude?
never worn a strap.
No. But you got the strap?
Yeah.
It's open carry state.
Yeah. I've gotten the strap, but it's not the
All right.
same.
So with women, how do you decide who's wearing the strap? And
Probably.
Is it competitive?
Usually the one who came with the fucking strap. They already own it. You already came equipped and ready.
oh man.
It's above me now.
Oh my goodness, above my pay grade, but I'm gonna keep asking anyway. All right. Does it ever get competitive about who has the best stroke? Between like say you dealing with a girl, you're like, nah, don't do that because let me do that because let me go because I got my hip. I'm more fluid in the hips than you.
What they need to realize is that it's not attached to them. Like I know that. I can feel the difference.
Huh? So
I would rather have a real penis, honestly. So that's where my bisexuality comes in.
So you there for the girls that eat the box better?
I can't say they all did it better. I done had some men that just came like right neck and neck with their asses. You just gotta know what to do.
You gotta say neck.
Look, literally neck and neck, neck and more neck. No, but
I'm so
you really.
childish. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But
I'm sorry.
But you really have to know the person's chemistry. I mean, the body chemistry and then what they like. You gotta know what to do.
I mean, well, that's also a part of like learning your partner and
paying
learning to
attention
communicate too.
And teaching.
Yeah, and staying in tune with them.
Well, I've heard certain people they don't like to teach. They want you to.
I love to teach. I told you I like to be in control.
Me
I
too.
don't mind teaching. I'm a control.
Counterclockwise. Don't you know how to hula hoop in it? Hula hoop your girth.
Right. Don't you know how to?
Okay. Long and slow, not so fast. Wait, That was in my past life. I don't do that anymore.
Right.
Celibate
How long you been celibate?
for a while.
What's a while?
Child,
That could be a week.
Jesus, let me be quiet.
My follow up questions. Yeah, go tell them. Hold on. Tell the truth.
I'm not, but that thing.
Tell the truth.
I take my celibate spurts too, and then it'd be like, "Oop, I broke it. Oop, I'm back celibate. Oop, I'm
No,
right.
but
Oop,
no,
I'm
I'm not celibate right now. The longest I've been celibate was about 3 years though.
3 years.
It's about about 3.5, 4 for me. And like,
Was that fresh out of a relationship?
No,
Oh, you did.
I've been out of a relationship now for almost 11 years.
Yay. Yeesh. Jeez. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Are you a cat lady now?
No, but I'm a plant mom.
Yeah. What's your favorite plant? What's his name? What's her name? Gertrude?
Probably Zatso.
Oh,
It's a
that's
ZZ
right.
Raven. Zatso Raven. So I think that's probably my favorite one.
Wait, is that a play on words or is that a real
Yeah.
name?
It's the name of the plant is a ZZ Raven.
Oh,
But
I
I'm
thought
like,
you were playing on
I
the
named
That's So
her
Raven.
Zatso.
Oh,
So
okay. I thought you were
because it
playing
is
That's So
a
Raven.
ZZ
Yeah.
Zatso Raven. And I have another one, Al Green. It's an aloe plant. So his name is Al O Green.
I'm so childish. All right.
Those are my favorites.
Since we open up with I like to open up with sense of humor. I like to close with something that's a little serious. So this is my final question to you guys. What have your failures taught you?
Personally, for me, my failures have taught me where I don't want to go back to. I'll never be broke another day in my life.
Is NBA Youngboy in your playlist?
I like NBA.
Never broke again.
Never be broke again. I'll never. Well, I can't say never. I'm gonna stop saying never, but I won't. I don't want to go back to selling drugs. I don't want to go back to the streets. I don't want to go back to that person that I knew that I've evolved and grown from. But you can never say never.
Okay. What you eat?
My failures taught me that I won't always be a failure. Like I have a tendency to kind of stick in a place. If I fail, I'ma always fail. But you know how they in the church, joy comes in the morning. I'll be okay. I'm okay to fail. I'll bounce back. And that's basically what it's taught me. Just to be consistent and I guess kind of live. I know it's kind of vague. Do I have to describe what I mean by that? Explain what I mean by
live?
Are you
anticipating my, are you analyzing my
I be putting myself in this shit and I don't even be trying to. Damn. I should have just kept it straight, huh?
No, you did good.
Because living is part. I mean, you're gonna fail at some point.
Yeah,
that's just part of living. So,
yeah.
because there's been times where I felt like I was just existing. I was just here.
That's what I'm saying. Like
without
if you play it safe, like there's you put yourself in a box,
right?
And it's a level of success and level of failure. Well, from protecting yourself from a level of failure is also gonna keep you away from that level of success.
True.
That's why you have to. You have to put yourself out there and you have to not, you can't let fear overtake because fear is, fake evidence appearing real. So why would you allow fear to keep you in a box?
Acronym?
Why would you let fear to keep you in a box to where failure is a part of success? So either you're going to take the chance and the risk and you're going to take some, you're going to lose some, you're going to win some. It's never always going to be all wins anyway. But the failure in everything is staying stagnant and not moving at all and staying in comfortability because nothing grows in a state of comfortability.
I rock with that. You got any last final points or thoughts you guys want to share?
What up, son?
Anything else we want to share?
Yeah.
No, Straight No Chaser podcast is coming back.
And it is.
Strong.
And we'll have you on too.
Oh,
so just gotta follow us on IG at Straight Chaser podcast on Instagram.
Yes,
look at black people supporting black people.
We
have to.
And then women supporting men support. I said I ain't gonna cry.
I do want to say. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Want to?
No, I was just gonna say that if you want different outcomes, you gotta do different shit.
Absolutely.
That's all I want to say. And the problems could be solved.
And I just want to thank you for inviting us to be on the show.
Absolutely.
I had a great time.
I did.
Even though it took us like 2 hours to get here.
I do live in a weird
but we had a
spot.
great time. Thank you for extending the invite. And
No, we got to do this again. I love having multiple people on this at the same time. Is more specifically the reason I like talking to women such as yourself is we get to laugh about things, and then we also have the intelligent conversation as well. And I like to talk to people on all different levels. And this is always fun. It's enriching. I mean, for me, it like the work is after the show, the mics go off, but in the moment and in this exchange of like good energy, I live for this.
Right.
Yeah.
Same.
So I appreciate you guys for coming. I can't wait till you guys come back. And just everybody keep tuning in and keep working. Let's keep going.
Always forward, never backwards.
In your cleaning.
Oh yeah, and if you in the
now.
Atlanta area, hit up A+ Stars Cleaning. It's at A+ Stars Cleaning on Instagram. Also, stay tapped into Straight No Chaser podcast because we are definitely coming back. And y'all just stay tuned. We can't wait to have Brethren on the show. And we just going to keep this thing going.
Absolutely. Last question, real quick. Have you guys ever had anybody reach out from the other podcast that had the similar name to you?
No.
Are you aware of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I know there's several actually.
Yeah.
Whether it's like straight, comma, no, different. Yeah, but no one has ever reached out
Okay.
for like a collab or just to be like, hey,
Oh,
we got
well,
the
it's
same
like
name.
infringement on the name or like
No.
your pod beef or something like that.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Should we create
It's
one?
only one of.
Is it kind of like when girls go outside with the same dress on? Like, somebody got to change it. Somebody got to die.
No, I'm like, damn, bitch, you look good in that. That's cute. You look cute too. Let's rock this.
Yeah, cause we ain't
We got the
changing
same
nothing.
taste. We got the same taste.
That's
Let's
what's
get
up.
it.
They
That's
not
what's up.
us.
See that they got a cat in this. See, that's what that's the first drink it like brings out the twerking. The second drink it brings out the hands.
Well, because they can't be us, and respectfully, we don't want to be them. So.
Exactly.
I like how when people say something, they say respectfully, and then they say something disrespectful. I love it because I love petty. I'm a little petty at heart. He's so cool.
Aren't we all?
Thank you for tuning in tonight's show. Whether you enjoyed it, whether you agreed, disagreed, I appreciate the energy. And if you have something that you want to add, there's a comment section for a reason. Let's keep going. Let's keep working. This has been Live from the Living Room Podcast. Peace.
Peace.
I like how you get the white person. Bye.